Oh, hold on, just 1 second. Sorry, I gotta make one more change. Disregard you ever saw me. Howdy folks, how are you all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to the fantastic game that I am slowly becoming obsessed with, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Every single word of that sentence was a struggle that I had to fight to get out. It was absolutely a grueling experience just to try to make my mouth work and my brain to send the signals correctly. But here we are, we've made it, and we are playing some more because today is a holiday in the US. I kind of forgot about that. So, when I said that we would be streaming again next Saturday, kind of forgot I could stream again today if I so chose, and I have so chosen. I'm very excited to be back in this game. After the end of Act 1, I felt a lot of things, we experienced a lot of things, and we took a day off, and I'm back and I'm ready to hurt again. So, who is mumbling right now? Is it this guy? This guy's just like mumbling non-stop. But we got Gilliam in the chat, AFK at the moment at the gym. Hope you're having a great workout right now. I assume you have earbuds in, you're listening to this. So let me just say, pump that iron, Gilliam. Really put your chest into it. Heave, ho, maybe you're on a treadmill, I don't know, run fast, run hard, like, I don't know, something's after you. Like some kind of horrible creature, a Nevron is after you, and they're about to gomage you if you don't get away from them, okay? Put your hand on that pole with all the weights on it and hoist it up and over your head and smash the Nevron with it. But don't get lost in this imaginary situation and accidentally crush like a 5-year-old. I don't know why there's a 5-year-old at the gym. It's not for me to know. That's their parents' fault that they're there in the first place. You can't be held responsible for what happens. That's not true. You can be. Listen, don't crush 5-year-olds. This has gone off the rails. We're moving on. We're doing something different. We are going to progress the plot. Where we left off last time, we were getting ready to... Isn't there a screen where I can check what the current objective is? Journal, maybe? Oh, no, this is just where I can view the journals. Okay. Well, I know what we're doing. We're heading up north now towards the Forgotten Battlefield. We do have the option of doubling back, though, if we wanted to. And I kind of do want to, because we found a beach of some variety at one point that allegedly had some minigames on it. I think it was right over here, and I like the idea of that. We wanted to check in on that. yesterday, but I did also like the idea of just actually progressing the plot. It's interesting that this is here, and you can break all of this, but there doesn't appear to be a reason for it. Like, there's just nothing back here to find. So I don't know what that's all about. But, which is this? This isn't it here. I don't know what this is. This is a Yellow Harvest. Okay. I think that was a production title for one of the Star Wars movies, right? Or was that Red Harvest? Blue Harvest? There was a Star Wars book titled one of those things, which was a good time. I think it was Blue Harvest. Here we go. This has got to be it. Gestural Beach. Apparently there's mini-games here. How do those manifest? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, this looks like fun.
Does it?
This looks like a waste of time.
we got the dynamics all set up here. So obviously we got this guy. We got to figure out what his deal is. We got to figure out how he controls. It doesn't look like he's got a robotic arm. He has an arm wrapped in what looks like wood. I don't know, maybe it manifests in a similar manner. We do also have this other character that we really don't know how she controls either. So I probably should have spent some time investigating that in between streams, but I didn't. Let's talk to this guy. Oh, humans, it's been a while. What is this place? Wouldn't he know? Hasn't he been on the continent this whole time? Just wandering around? Shouldn't he be aware of all of these different... Should we change character? Should we not be playing as him? Because it doesn't make sense for him to be asking these questions. A beach. Okay, but what are you doing here? I'm training hard every day to reach the end of this parkour course. My mate already reached the end, and he is a master at crafting swimsuits. Oh, and I desperately need a new swimsuit. Maybe we can help with that. Oh, if I can't do it, then you certainly can't either. But if you ever manage, he will probably reward you greatly. My mate is over there. Can't miss him. He's one ugly mate. Enjoy failing. Okay. This is the outfit you want if you're on a beach and you're trying to get a swimsuit and you're doing parkour. This is also, you want the ability to kind of float. It might make it easier to do the parkour, actually, if you don't have to parkour, if you can just sort of float about. Where does the parkour start, exactly? Where am I meant to begin this process? Right over here, I suppose? Oh my good gosh, wait a minute. It's magical floating discs with... oh, this is going to be a nightmare, isn't it? All right, here we go. This is what we're doing. We're locked in. We're ready. If we can do combat, we can do parkour. Easy. Well, we've immediately failed. Not even the first obstacle, really. We're just walking on some regular old logs. We just keep scooching a little over to the side a bit too much. Yeah, no, this is miserable. Okay, this is what we're doing, though. I've locked in, and I'm going to get good. Here we go. We just got to hold the forward button without veering to one side or the other. We can't get past the second log. This is going to be... we're going to be here a while. Maybe we shouldn't be running. Maybe we could just walk gently. Maybe that's the secret. I mean, everyone, when they parkour... typically, they're running fast, right? Which makes it feel like, you know, it's sort of like when you're riding a bike. If you go slow, that's when you tip over. And I'm assuming it's the same here for parkour. If we go slow, we'll fall off the log. See, yeah, speed is the answer. Hold on, we're getting to a turn. Nice and gentle. Nice and gentle. Slow into the turn. There you go. Okay, a little bit faster. We're going to go slow now, because there's no jumps. We needed the speed for the jumps. Now we're just walking smooth and easy. Don't we have a slow walk button as well? No, don't do that! Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's no slow walking button. I thought there was a way to walk fast. I thought there was like a walk button and then an all-out run button. Was I wrong about that? No, there it is. Okay, it's a toggle. You just tap it and you can walk nice and gentle. Tap it again and you do a bit of a light sprint here. Or a bit of a light jog, even. Okay. So I'm assuming that if we fail this, we restart from the beginning. There are no checkpoints. So with that in mind, we just have to jump onto this thing. Oh, heavens. Okay. Yeah, we go. You just gotta pick your gap and make a break for it. Fantastic. Now we just gotta get off here. So pick your gap, make a break for it. Yay! Okay, does that one move, or do I have to actually make that jump? I think I might actually just have to make that jump. Is that thing in between us, or is it on top of that one? How much further does this go, by the way? Okay. Heavens. Heavens. Okay, there we go. Perspective was a little bit weird on that one. We've only just gone and done it, though, folks. We've only just gone and done it. I mean, I shouldn't say that yet. We haven't actually made it across yet. Any number of things could happen between there and here. Hello.
Oh, someone arrived here, and it's a human. Interesting. I guess that deserves a reward. Well, if you answer my question correctly, you can have one. If you were a 2-year-old human, at what age would I... Oh, wait, if I were a 2-year-old human, at what age would I gamage? So this is 33. So there are... Let's get out a calculator. Let's figure this out. I'm not sure if we're supposed to count this year or not, but let's say we do, all right? So 33 minus 2 is 21, obviously. No, hold on. It's 31. It's 31. 31 cannot be divided evenly into 2, though. It's 15.5. So, because he's going to age up and the thing's going to tick down. None of these answers are even close to what I just calculated. Except for, like, I calculated right in the middle of 17 and 13 at 15.5. So which one do we think it is? So let's say we actually start with 32. And then we divide 2, 30, 15. That's also not one of the options. Wait a minute, hold on. We'll say 17. You're probably right. I can't count anyway. Here, take that.
What a waste of time. Oh. Do you have more?
Do you think I'm some sort of professional swimsuit maker? I am! But no, I don't. There are other creators like me on other beaches. We meet up from time to time to brainstorm swimsuit ideas. Off you go now. I need peace.
Are we about to possibly swap out of this beautiful uniform for some swimwear? I think we might be. All right, Lune, what have you got here? Let's go to our wardrobe. It didn't come with a new haircut, unfortunately. But we do have swimsuit 1, which implies there's more of them. Okay. I mean, listen, I think we could probably keep the beret and the glasses, but that looks more swim ready with the flower in the hair, honestly. It's kind of funny with the glasses and the hat. I don't know. Let's rock. I mean, we got the regular Lune hairdo. We're going to go like this for now. This is our new fit. This is our new drip. We look fabulous. Aren't we lovely? Wow, look at them buns, though. Hot dang. She must be doing her squats. How do I get back out of here? Do I have to go back the way I came? Or can I just jump in the water? You got any hot tips for me on how to get out of this situation? Off you go. I need peace. I don't think there's any benefit to going backwards, nor does it seem like we can, based on the height of that thing over there. We just jump into the water. That seems to be the trick. Yeah, we're back here. Let's see if he has anything to say now that we got the swimsuit. Oh, nice swimsuit. Okay, well, I expected him to maybe acknowledge that he was wrong and that we are capable, but we're not going to get that out of him, and that's okay. So coming back here was worth it. I don't know, when the mini games were described to me in the previous stream, I sort of interpreted it as there was a bunch of mini games here, but apparently no, it's just a swimsuit. And that's fine. That's completely fine. That's totally okay. You know, I'm not too pressed on it one way or the other. Let's see what else we got around here, though. Do we want to summon SK? I feel like we do, because SK moves a lot faster than we do. So there's a lot of places we haven't gone back here, and I'm not really sure if there's, like, a great benefit to it. I mean, obviously, the game is trying to prompt us to go further north, but what about whatever this is? And what about whatever these other things are? Like, we never went to anything up here. Are these all just sort of, like, little regions, or are they all possibly... Like, is there more to them? I don't know. I have no idea. I've got no clue at all. There's SK's Nests, Stonewave Cliff, whatever this thing is. I have no idea what that is. That's the thing. Like, there's so much we haven't been to. Jestrel Beach. I'm tempted to kind of go explore everything. What about this cave back here that said danger? That was pretty enticing. I mean, the worst that can happen is death and destruction, right? And I'm not too pressed on that one way or the other. Is this a place we've been to before? I don't recognize it. I recognize this bridge, because we opened it at the last stream. So this is Danger Zone, right? Does it still say Danger Zone? Yeah. A best cave. Danger. Let's hop in. Maybe the game is being facetious, right? Maybe it's doing a bit of a joke. Maybe there is no danger here. I mean, there's glowing sheep, which admittedly is kind of concerned. Oh, and also glowing rabbits. Maybe the whole place is irradiated. That would make a lot of sense. That would explain why everything's glowing. Let's take a look at our attributes here. Okay? How are you doing? So you are starting completely fresh. I don't really know how he plays, so I'm kind of hesitant to, like, invest in really anything on him at the moment, but I think he's got all of Gustav's weaponry, so we could kind of go in that direction, and we can recode him if we need to. What about you? We've also got like 54 points to spend with you. Well, hold on, let's back out of this real quick, and let's have a look at their weapons. Let's actually make an effort this time to have a look at like Verso and what he's got. So currently he's got this here, Element, Vitality is on B. What are your other options? You also have this here. Start the battle on rank B, but 50% health. Heavens no. Can't lose Perfection, no damage increase from rank. What do you mean can't lose Perfection? What does that mean? Is this like a great weapon that he's currently got? Do we actually want to invest anything kind of leading to a Vitality and Element? I mean, maybe. And then what about you? Yeah, okay, I think we currently have this equipped to her, which is a pretty basic sort of scythe situation. Sun skills always apply 10 foretell, but all damage taken is doubled. Heavens no. I mean, if you're good at dodging attacks, probably, yeah, great. Recover 5% health per foretell applied, or just basic weapon that is much lower powered. 5% health per foretell applied. Healing skills cost 1 less AP. 30% increase heal efficiency per moon charge. We gotta play with her so I can understand what all of this means. I mean, we did the basic tutorial last time. Sun and moon, I get it, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't know. All damage taken is doubled. But sun skills always apply 10 foretell. I mean, if we just really commit to dodging out of the way with it. No. Let's go with Ragson. We're going to go ahead and equip that one, and then let's get back into the flag. And let's start doing some attributes. And let's switch over to a character we know well, and we know where we want to put those attributes, and that'd be our good friend here, Girl. Mael. I know the names. I do the names. I know them. I know what's going on here. Where are we going to put these today? Defense, not so much. I mean, she got pretty battered last time. We probably should invest something into her defense. Speed, though, makes the character play more often. That seems like the way to go. Get her playing more often. Get her dealing more damage. Have her doing more attacks. That seems like a good idea. Her health is pretty low. Her might also needs to be buffed so she can continue to do crazy damage. We're just turning her into a bit of like a glass tank at this point, and I'm okay with it. Now, with you, definitely want to increase that luck stat. We want to increase our crits, as well as, yeah, go into might a little bit. And then a couple into vitality, a couple more. I mean, we probably should be boosting defense on some of these characters. Tell you what. There you go. You got a slight boost to defense. I just feel like it's a waste to put any points into defense, when I know if I was just good at the game, I'd be able to jump out of the way of attacks, and we'd take no damage, and we wouldn't need defense. But I'm not good at the game, so I feel like we should invest in defense, but it feels like a waste, because if I just got good at the game, I don't know. Hold on, wait, we're not done yet. Wait, roll it back there. Roll it back there. I'll tell you what. Get her up to 400 health. Get that crit chance up to at least 30. And then it looks like it wants us to invest in might and agility and defense based on the weapon she's currently got equipped. So I say we boost attack to 10, agility to 10, maybe defense to 5. She now has better defense than Mael. And then maybe might 15, agility 15. Pump all these up to like 6. There we go. We're just going to do that. Boom. That's how we're investing those points. And then on you, let's get your attack, or your defense, or your health, I should say, up to 500. Get your might up to... Can we actually make it to 500? Yeah. Okay. And then give him a little bit of luck. Maybe not that much luck. A little bit of luck. A little bit of defense. Quite a bit of agility. And then what if we just dumped all the rest of it into making him really powerful, right? This is where we're going with. We can recode if we need to. We're basically just throwing stuff at the wall here, and we'll just, in the next combat encounter, see what sticks. But you've only got 6 available. You've got 10 available. I'm kind of happy with everyone's loadouts around here. What is this? Deals medium damage to all enemies, 1 hit, uses weapons element, applies defenseless for 1 turn. Okay, that's fun. That's a good time. Shell is a good time, yeah. Defenseless to all enemies for 3 turns. Guard, that's kind of crazy. That's actually really good. But I don't know if we would equip it right now, and I kind of want to hold on, because eventually we'll be able to get to some of these sort of crazy effects. We'll just save with her because we got a pretty good meta going with her anyway. You, though, I got no idea what you got. I got no idea what you do. You've got From Fire and Assault 0. What does this do? Deals low single target damage, 1 hit, uses weapons element, applies mark. Well, we like being able to do that with Gustav, and he's gone now. Recover 50% health and dispel status effects. Wait a second. A lot of these are sounding familiar. Deals single target, medium light damage, 2 hits. Dispel self... Wait a second. Deals single low target physical damage, gives more perfection. What is perfection? And how does it relate to your character? Surely we're going to get a tutorial on how to play with him and what all these things mean. Deals physical single target damage and also gives 1 to 3 AP back. Hits 3 times. Okay, great, do that. And then what direction do we want to go in from here? We've only got 12 left. Deals medium single target light damage. I got to know what all of the... I tell you what, we'll invest in one more... Hold on, how many does he have? He has enough to have a full loadout. Let's wait until they show us how he plays, and then we'll come back. So her skills are divided between, I guess, light and dark, probably. Yeah, it looks like it. And what we currently have over here is applies 2 foretell, applies 3 additional foretell if target has 0 foretell, and then deals low single target dark damage, 1 hit, consumes all foretell to deal additional damage. So you build up foretell here, and then you use it over here. Deals high single target light damage. 1 hit, consumes all foretell to deal additional damage, deals medium single target damage, and uses weapon element, heals self. Okay, let's get both of these. She's kind of desperate to make sure she has things she can do in combat. And then meanwhile, over here, let's see where these could potentially lead. Deals low dark damage to all enemies. Wait a minute. Deals medium single target damage, applies 1 foretell per hit, critical hits apply an additional foretell. 2 to 6 hits. Yeah, let's pursue that. Applies rush to 1 to 3 allies, increasing their speed for 3 turns. That's a good thing to have. Cool. Okay. Like I said, I want to not spend everything unlocking a bunch of stuff when we really don't know how to play the character. So let's just get those things, and we'll get them set up, and we'll take them into combat. And we're actually going to switch Lune out of the party, okay? And what we're gonna actually, yeah, who's in the party right now? Add to party. So first we have to remove her from the party. Goodbye. Sorry, Lune. Add her. These are the 3 we're going in with, because we've got to learn how they play at some point. And don't worry, we'll continue to run around as Lune, because she's got the nice outfit. Verso, it looks like it's already applied a bunch of the stuff we got for him. Same with her. Let's just get into a combat encounter and see what kind of happens. But I'm not really sensing a lot of danger here. Remember, when we got here, we were told this was going to be a dangerous place. Are you a threat? I don't know if we actually should have done that. It wasn't being hostile at all. Let me blow my nose real quick.
Careful now.
CL, incoming.
Clearly I picked the wrong time to blow my nose. I didn't realize this thing was initiating combat. Verso's Perfection. Verso gains Perfection every time he deals damage or manages to parry or dodge. A higher Perfection rank increases his damage. Some skills have additional effects at specific Perfection ranks. Taking any damage recovers 1 Perfection rank. Or removes, sorry. Once per enemy turn. Okay, let's have a look at our skills here. So again, we've got Assault 0, low physical damage, 5 hits. A critical generates an additional Perfection. Applies a mark, increased damage if we have our Perfection ranking up to these different levels. I guess it's B and C from the looks of things. Increased heal to 100% health if we have a C, if we have a B, if we have a D. Okay. Quick Strike, low physical damage, 1 hit. Gives more Perfection if you have nothing, I suppose is what that means. Yep, there we go, okay. So maybe this was a bad place to come right at the offset of, like, starting the game. I mean, we have not actually done. Send in the reserve team? Yeah, let's see what Lune can do. Let's see what we can do against this chromatic best. Immediately, we're off to a better start. But can we deal enough damage to kill this thing? Immediately, we're dead. So, this was fun. This was probably not the best place to try to learn brand new characters. Fighting a giant pink puffball that one-shots the party. Let's leave. We don't have to do this. We're not required to be here. We got everybody set up a little bit better than they were before. You know, we figured out some new abilities and things. You know, we got a new party layout. Well, let's go learn all these skills someplace else. It doesn't have to be here. Doesn't have to be here. We don't have to be here. Let's see where else we've been on the map. What other places are new to us that we've not gone to before? So that there is, I like that it doesn't, no, it's a best cave, yeah. Okay, so we've been to a best cave now. What about all these other things over here? What about the floating apartment building? We should probably go check out what that's all about. SK, come along now, SK, let's go. We've got to go see what the floating apartment building is all about. Let's see if this one also warns us of danger upon approach. Nope. Ancient Gestural City. I like the idea of an ancient Gestural City. Are there actually Gestrals here? How can it be ancient? Ancient city, sure, but Gestural City? I don't think they've existed that long, considering we've only had like, what, 70 some odd expeditions before this one? This is a weird angle? Like, I see that guy in the distance. What is this?
Wow.
A music record! Yes! We had someone ask in the last stream, how can you play music at camp? Well, we found a record, so now we can do that. What about this fella back here? Should we go talk to him? Oh, we've just phased through him. I see something else glowing back here. Am I supposed to be unable to, like, move the camera? Is the game broken right now? This looks like something else glowing back here. Can I get to it? Hello? What is this? Is that my imagination? Is that not really something I can engage with? Alright, let's leave then, I guess. Because I'm confused. Did that region only exist so I could find, like, a musical record? Is there nothing else to this? I'm glad we decided to double back and explore the rest of the map at this point. So far, we found a vicious pink puffball and a music disc. Now, we know that beyond this, though, if you have a look at the map, there is something else over here. I don't know how to reach it, though. We couldn't figure out how to... Maybe we have to go back over here and then get in the water? He can swim now. He can swim now, so we just have to find a place where SK can swim. Or, like, get in the water. Can he hop into the... It seems like there's only very specific places he can go in. So, yeah, he can't get out here. But maybe right over there where it slopes down somewhat? I don't think we need to fight these guys. I think we probably slip around them if we're careful. Yeah, there we go. And then into the beach. Holy smokes, my guy moves in the water. Look at him go! This is cool. Okay, so this is a nice little beach again. And then tucked away back here. Can you pick that up? That looks like a recording. Do I have to get out to... No, we can just search it. Here we go, 64.
64.
A full stack.
Epsilon. We radioed our first report to Gamma. The line is good. Alpha will be out of radio range for a few days as they investigate down coast. They spotted an interesting island which could make a good relay point for the southern half of the continent. But Gamma hasn't heard from Beta in 2 weeks. Marceau should reach her in another day. I hope Colleen is okay. But it seems someone is using our radios against us. How do they even know our codes? Nobody's used them since the fracture. Sean fears we've been betrayed, but I refuse to believe that.
Intriguing. Could be the guy from First Expedition? Oh, no, I didn't mean to re-listen to it. It's just occurred to me that we started this stream, and we are now nearly a half hour in, and I have neglected to do something that I'm supposed to do at the start of every stream. Something that's very crucial, which is the sound check. It's just occurred to me that and there we go, and it's working fine and all is well in the world. Fantastic. Onward we go, then. Onward we go to... Oh, big fella here. Am I supposed to fight him? Or is he just kind of hanging out? Looks like he might just be hanging out. We might not even have to engage with him. So what is this here? The Meadows. That sounds pleasant. We might be in for a lovely experience. We might not have to fight anything here. Oh, it's just another one of these. Okay, where we found yet another audio track, probably.
Perfect.
Our Painted Family, a music record that can be used at the camp. Okay. Well, unless there's other hidden objects around here. First off, the Meadows is lovely. Love a good glowing tree, you know? But otherwise, let's double back and fight this giant thing here. Because at this point, why not? Also, we're going to have another look at the map. and make sure that we have not unveiled anything else new around here. And it doesn't really look like it. I want to see what this is, because clearly we've not been here yet. But then after that, we will... I want to go to all of these places on this continent. We'll continue the plot, but only after we go to all the other places on the continent and see if we're missing anything else. So, first off, is this guy... Oh, hold on. What is this? We'll deal with it in just a second. Hold on. Just the color of Lumina. Okay. Well, I did not... I ran into his leg, so I think he's going to get first hit in on us. He's a big fella.
Take cover.
Excellent. See, we're starting off much better. Things are going much, much better for us. I've not seen one of these floating fellas before with no head and on a cloud. I also don't know what this big guy does, because I don't think we fought one of them either. So, I was going to say we're just going to try for like a dodge, but it didn't really work. And I'm wondering if that was the wrong move. It seems like she's just out of commission now. First off, shoot him. There we go. That's dealt with. And then you, I feel like shooting you is also the move. But also, it's kind of a waste with Mael here, who could do things like a Fleuret Fury, but not on you because you're flying. I guess on him, because he's got one of ours in his mouth right now, which is less than ideal. Select that target. I feel like taking him down is going to be like crucial to getting her out of his mouth. Okay, Verso's Perfection. He gains perfection. Yeah, no, we've already read this. We understand. We get the deal. So let's have a look at what... Should we just, like, unload on this guy? Is that what we should do? He's almost dead anyway. Yeah, and then we'll just do a basic attack on the big fella. Because I think taking down the little guy is going to be important. Shooting him seems to be an effective means of doing that. So this guy surely... Oh, shoot! I didn't realize he was being attacked. I don't know how I didn't realize that.
So dodge. Ready to parry.
Just try it.
No, I tried to parry that.
Bring it on.
We're not off to a great start here on this this particular endeavor. I didn't realize he was going again. So things are not going super well at the moment. Not super well at all. Finish this guy off. Get rid of him. And then go ahead and... I mean, do we heal or do we res? Maybe let's go ahead and we'll use a revival tent. I hate seeing her covered in blood. Yeah, go ahead and bring him back.
Not leaving you behind.
Okay, good. She's dead. We don't have to worry about her anymore. Fantastic. That's great. Should we bring her back? I feel like we probably should revive her and then just try to dodge better.
Merci.
Spits miasma.
Parry it. On me.
Oh, are you kidding me? Well, at least we got a counter. I'm not bringing her back again at this point. I want to. Did our others just get like swallowed? Is she just dead now? Is she gone? Is she not coming back? Sael, I think her name was. I guess she's just gone. Okay, what can we do? We currently have we're working towards a C ranking maybe, or we have it. Perfect recovery, 50% health, and dispel status effects. Give 0 to 2 perfection, and if we have a C ranking, increase health to 100%. Think that's how that works? Let's find out.
That's better.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how that works. 4-hit combo, here we go. I tried to dodge. Just had the timing wrong. That was 4 hits, so we're good to go. Should we just heal ourselves again? Is that the move? Perfect recovery. But I mean, we've got to do damage at some point, right? From fire, let's see. If the target is burning, we have no way to make the target burn is the problem. We can do a marking shot. Low physical damage and applies mark. Yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Target marked.
Yeah, we've got this. Don't worry about it.
Just try it.
So, first fight out the gate. Not going too swell. Not going too swell at all. Immediately lost a character right in the opening. I don't think that Lune is going to be able to recover this for us. Sending her in as the reserve is probably not going to turn the tides of this battle. I think we're going to go ahead and call it an abject failure. At least we attempted, and maybe we try again. I feel like if we could do that fight and not immediately have one of the 3 combatants get swallowed by the guy, we might be off to a better start. So that is why we're going to try again. And this time, we're going to initiate combat. Hopefully we get the first go. Oh man, I really wish that counter would have one-shot that guy. Just got him out of the commission entirely. I know all we've got to do is shoot him. Oh, great. Everyone's got rushed. That's what we want to see. Wait a minute. Lune's not supposed to be in the party.
Bring it
Wait, that's not right. Can you dodge that? Is there a way to dodge that? He's just out of commission now. Okay, well, that's fine. First off, get rid of him. Don't have to deal with him anymore. Then, this hurts to do. Because I know that her like attacks would be better used on this big guy. We still have 6. What? I'm not mad about it. Don't misunderstand. I'm pretty pleased. Let's go ahead and do this.
This and precision.
We got to get him back out of there, and I'm not sure how exactly he would go about doing that, or even if he can. I also don't understand how this thing is still drooling. How much drool does it have? Is its body 90% water? This doesn't make any sense. Maybe his feet are sucking water out of the ground, and therefore he's able to continue doing this? I don't know. Catch him on fire. Does he burn? He's so water-based. You'd like to think that he'd either be resistant to a fire or it'd really affect him.
Lune, watch out!
There we go. Not hard to not get hit by spit if you actually like focus on the task. Okay. Yeah, this has got to be the move here. It's got to be the move.
Precise strike.
Put us in a defensive stance. Hit him with elements. All the elements.
Converge.
Nice! Something was its weakness, but I wasn't paying enough attention to see what it was. Beautiful counters. That's what we want to see. Lightning, I think, was the weakness there.
Let's dance.
Ready to evade.
Lune, watch out!
Second fight's going much better than the first. Kind of glad we had Lune. I didn't mean to have Lune in the party. Kind of glad we do, because it's working a little bit better for us. Okay, I would like to do that and get it, like, do Swift Stride and get back into Virtuous Stance. We don't have what we need to do that, so I guess we'll just go ahead and give him a nice poke.
Now was our chance.
And then back to here we go. We've got 9. I mean, look, Thunderfall's got to be what we go with, right? Or Mayhem consumes all the stains, can break if 4 stains are consumed. I like that it says it's not guaranteed. It could break, not promised. But we do have 4 stains. Feels like we should use them. A 4-hit combo. Here we go. It's this again. Not a swallowing though. Did that not? I did not time the block right, sadly. So we're going to be spending her turn healing herself, and that's okay. Let's get back into Virtuous Stance. Wait, you're not burning anymore. I had you burning for a little while. We got to get him burning again. Or we could do like, well, no, there's no reason to do that because he's not got any shield up. Low fire damage. Well, yeah, it's got to be what it is. There you go. Maybe I never actually caught him on fire. I think I might have used the wrong skill last time. I'm not taking any risks. We're going to go ahead and heal. Nice. Would have liked if we got back to full health, but it is what it is.
Lune, watch out!
The bite miasma, I mean, I almost feel like I shouldn't say it, but I think we've got the timing down on that one such that we're not going to miss it. I mean, I know saying that is just like setting myself up. Okay, he's still on fire. Now, get back into our Virtuous Stance. Queue us up for a big attack next time, hopefully. And then, I think we said last time we were going to try Thunderfall. Didn't we determine that lightning was his weakness? Didn't time that. Well,
Lightning.
there we go. That's better. Yeah, does not like the lightning. That's good stuff there. And he's still burning. And he's about to do a 3-hit combo. Doing great. Nice counters. And now we're queued up to do... I mean, it wants me to do Swift Stride again. It doesn't make any sense. I think that's just because he's on fire. And the reason I say that is if you look over here, the top one has like orange on the name, which I think implies the game is saying, you should do that. That would be a good move right now. But no, Fleuret Fury would be the move. Game. Don't try to take this away from me. I know my big heavy hitters. Plus, that leaves us in Virtuous Stance for the next round. And then I think we should just do Thunderfall again, honestly. If we can, we might as well. And it does a ton of damage to the thing. Are you ever going to give me back our boy? You ever going to do that?
I'll do it. I'm ready.
The way that I'm countering that is I'm just staring in the middle of the screen.
Lune, watch out!
And when it crosses, like, the center is when I do the parry. There's also some sounds that I'm listening for on the other attacks. But for the most part, it's just like I memorize at what point when it crosses the center of my vision do I need to hit the button. And it works for me, and that's what matters, I guess. Yeah, all right. This one.
Precise strike.
We got it halfway down. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Is there any reason not to do Thunderfall again? I can't think of any.
Lightning strike.
And every time it comes up and says that's his weakness, it just makes me feel like we're definitely doing the right thing.
Lune, watch out. On me. Guard up.
So what are we up to now? Oh, we could actually do that again, huh? Well, we're not in the right stance anymore, and he's not burning anymore. So we got to get back in the right. So spark again it is. I don't mind doing the spark. Keeps him on fire. If he burns at the start of his next turn, fantastic. We could do mayhem again. Big damage. Come on, big fella. Come on, big fella. Perfect flow, huh? Yay, we got him back. He's back in action. And his health is still full. It's like he was just hanging out in there. All right, thing is still burning. Get back into Swift Stride. And then could do Thunderfall again, but I don't know. Healing Light. Everyone's good. Everyone's good on health right now. You're the weakest right now, Lune. If you wanted to heal yourself, you could take a second and do that, I guess. Or we could double down on the fire and keep it burning. Or we could just do Thunderfall again, because we know it'll deal a bunch of damage. Might regret this. If we mess up on any of the attacks from this thing, we might be cooked. I know how his perfection. Have we not won a fight since we've learned his skill set? I don't think we have. Okay. Gives more perfection. Increases damage. Okay, I feel like we got to go with this. Just like a nice opening volley. No, don't eat Lune! Don't eat Lune! There's no way out of it. I don't think you can avoid it. No, he's taking our biggest damage dealer. Well, I mean, you know, that's because he's weak to lightning is why I'm saying that. I'm pretty upset about it though, all the same. Yeah, I guess do that. It's the most damage we can deal right now. Put her in a defensive stance, so we're good. That was also our best healer. Okay, no, it's fine. We're partway to B, so. Marking shot. Yeah, mark the fella. Okay, what are you about to do, buddy? A 5-hit combo? I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I didn't get any of them. How did I not get any of them?
On guard.
No shot we're about to cook this right at the beginning. I feel like we gotta res him. We've gotta res him. We can't do it like this. Okay, he's about to spit my asthma. No! I was gonna say, I know how to do this one. Don't suddenly lose your cool, Rees. Keep it together. So we're not getting our counter from that, and that's okay. We do have an ability to heal. Our rank is so low, though. We've got to do it. I gotta have full health. Okay, I'm sorry about that earlier. I'm sorry that your health took such a beating. I didn't mean for it to go down like that. Let's hit him with Spark again. Let's catch him on fire. Let's get back into the rhythm. Okay, here we go. Whatever he does next, 3-hit combo. We've blocked this 100 times. There we go. I think just the fact that it was a 5-hit combo psyched me out a little bit. I think that's all there was to it, and we're good now. Okay, from fire. If the target is burning, he'll also... Okay, yeah. Oh, increased damage if it's in a B, which it's not right now. 50% health and dispel status effects. That's just recovery, though. That doesn't do any attacks, right? This will recover a little bit if the target is burning, which it is, and it doesn't attack. That's the meta. Let's do it. Health restored. He's burning. He's mad. He's spitting miasma, which we failed to parry. I don't know how. Cringe and embarrassing. It's a good thing we healed him, though. It's a good thing that happened. Okay. Thing's still burning. Back into your virtuous stance. You can't do literally anything other than attack. Unfortunate. No, don't eat my L. He could just eat things. He could just eat the whole party. Is there any way to prevent that? And perform a 5-hit combo? Are you kidding me at this point? How can we make it that far into the fight and he just eats the party? Is there any actual way to avoid being eaten? Yeah, send in the reserve team. Like the character we spent the least amount of time with.
Today. I'm waiting.
This isn't even necessary. We don't have to fight this thing. I don't even know why we're fighting this thing. We just found it on a beach and decided that that's what we would do. Well, first off, I do need to check something here. Yeah, get out of the party. Like, I love you and everything, but get back in the party. We'll come back and fight that thing later. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Mount Esque. Let's continue our exploration of the world and see what else we find. Can we go over here? What is this place? Oh, is this actually accessible? The game wants us to go up north. It never occurred to me that we could just go over here. Yeah, if we zoom out, there's quite a bit of map over there. What are these big fellas? Or is this, like, actually not accessible? Yeah, it doesn't look like we can actually get up here. So it must be... Oh, look, Paris. Oh. No. SK can't go underwater yet, but someday SK can go underwater is what we're learning. Well, there's the Eiffel Tower, so we found Paris. I'm wondering if all of this is just here as, like, set dressing, right? Just to look interesting. Well, here's a place we can definitely get on board. Have we been here before? No. So this is kind of a secret area. Sort of a little bit of a hidden area. What do we call it? Dark Shores Danger. Well, we can assume we know what awaits us in there. Some kind of boss encounter. Oh. Ooh, 3 AP on killing an enemy. That's pretty useful. That can be quite useful. So now I know that we can just swim around and find secret things. Obviously, that becomes the temptation now, doesn't it? Wait a minute. How do you get back there? Do you have to go through this other place to get to this one? Wait, hold on. Can we get out of the water here? Look at that. That looks like a gap you could pass through if you were on foot. We can't dismount here. Okay, so there's more secrets there. There's more things going on there. On we go then. We'll continue up to the... You know, like I said earlier, we'll continue to explore these other areas. We've been in that cave over there. Nothing fun awaiting us there. Excuse me there. Oh, we do have to combat them if we run into them with SK. I kind of assumed he would just run past them. Well, this ought to be a walk in the park then, right? These things are so beneath us. These things are so, like, early level, right? In fact, we could probably just continue to throw at this guy till he's dead, which is exactly what we just did. I mean, can we just, like, shoot it to death? Yes. Yes, we can. As it happens. Nice and easy. Onward we go. Where have we not been to yet? Have we been to whatever this place is? The small Burgion. Yeah, like, go in there. Let's see what it's all about. It kind of reminds me of the floating waters place from before. You can actually go in here as well. It's not like a top-down place that only holds records, which we have found before. I don't think there's any reason to rest, but that does do us a save anytime you interact with those. Okay. Okay. So this is where we're going to have, like, a boss fight, right? Look how big and open this area is. Probably with that thing, if it comes to life. Was that just, like, ambient noise, or was that something laughing? Also, what's your story, buddy? You having a bad day?
Rather tall. Wonder, the view up high.
Another one of these weird Nevrons. There's something you want us to see up there.
Mistress, far, very far. What to see, mistress?
We want to know more about your mistress.
Me? Do not know. Head fuzzy. Can only feel mistress. Need to go high. Help me grow.
Grow how exactly?
When me ingest, me grow. If me eat skin, skin, same kind as me. Me extra grow.
Skin? You need us to skin some Nevrons?
Yes, skin, eat skin, my kind, grow.
So, kill and skin the same type of Nevron as this one. It might be a good challenge. Yeah, okay, I mean, look, involving ourselves in this little creature's cannibalism is probably not exactly what I had in mind when I started today's stream. But at this point, we're invested. We want to see the little fella grow. Also, we found the ruins of probably what happened to the last group that came here to skin a Nevron.
Expedition 53, Lilu. Dominique's other injuries are manageable, but she's been in a coma for 2 weeks with no change.
It happens.
Fuck. What do we do? We can't just leave her here. But what about the mission? Lance says give her 1 more week, but Dom would have wanted us to go on. She'd have yelled at us for even staying this long. It's the right choice. It is. Even if it doesn't feel like it, right? Right?
Don't ask me.
Pons found a plant, tested it on some animals, says it'll be painless for Dom. He's preparing a tincture. It's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. But it's what she would have wanted.
Okay, a tragedy. There's no Nevrons around here to skin, though, is the problem. And were there other paths? This just looks like it leads right back to this guy. I wonder if we're supposed to go do this in maybe other regions and then come back here to talk to him? Less so that it's all contained to this one specific area? It certainly seems that way based on the fact that there's just nothing else around here. Nothing else to interact with. I mean, I don't think we can kill that big guy there. And he seems to be a different type anyway. So yeah, maybe we just have to go fight other Nevrons in other places. And then come back here later? Or grab... No, that's the flag, so we've been there before. Yeah, then we came in. We went back there. I guess we could ask him real quick, see if he has any suggestions for us. I think we probably just need to go back to me grow, me skin, my kind grow. I think we just have to go back to the other water region, probably. Assuming that's where we even find those things. Enough time has passed that I don't really remember what kind of Nevrons were there. Big fish people. I remember that much. There was big fishy guys. I mean, I suppose that's one option of what we could do. We could also just run over here and grab whatever's in this container. And I don't even think we have to interact with these guys. You know, just grab that and keep going. Well, let's not double back just yet. Let's head up here and see what's in this area. We'll go ahead and visit everything that's easily accessible. Here's a question I've got now, though. Now that we've kind of... Oh, my gosh. Oh, so that's where Lumiere is. Oh, wait, I'm confused, then. That down there is Lumiere. Can we get back there if we go in the ocean and we go all the way around? That could be interesting. Lumiere is there. So we crossed to here, the southern tip of the continent, I guess. Is this where we got wiped out and then somehow we ended up way over here? Because we ended up in Spring Meadows. Possibly? See, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't really look like any of this is real, except for maybe that right there. That right there might be an accessible thing. You can kind of tell when you look at a place. I mean, obviously there's a white outline around things, but like, see how that's got... It's got sort of a weird shape to it and like weird colorations. I bet that's a place you can actually go to. I would like to try to do a wrap around this whole continent here in a bit and see what we can find. But for now, on we go. The dead gestrel. Oh, there's a bunch of them here. I think we're heading towards another gestrel thing then. I don't remember what it said this place was. Did this place also ring of danger on our last approach? Redwoods. Let's at least go in. I think we bailed last time as soon as we got here, but let's go in and see what it's got. If I had to guess, we interact with this for a quick save. And then this is probably going to be some kind of a boss fight against some kind of a creature. Or we just dip our head in here and view Dumbledore's memories. An odd-looking fountain. Chroma swirls inside. Sorry, but pour in 5,000 chroma? Why would I do that? Yeah, do it. Must minds created by man be considered false? Many have pondered this question. Most have understood its complexity, but alas, not all. Long had they thought the answer obvious, but the more they pondered, the more it consumed them whole.
What is this? A cryptic story dispenser?
Seems that way.
Actually, I found it quite
You
interesting.
would, Luna, you would.
Could we try it again?
How much do we have to dump into this thing? An odd-looking fountain. The last time Chrome was poured inside, the fountain began to speak. 10,000? I'll put in 10,000, but not a penny more. Grief is not a burden that needs to be carried alone. Still, it has broken the minds of many, which profound consequences. An odd-looking fountain. Last time Chrome was poured in, the fountain began to speak. 25,000 chroma! Yeah, okay. It's got to be leading to something, right? Such a beautiful painting tainted by suffering. Would that they could go back to those days. In the face of countless trials, families reunite, and they overcome. How much do you want now? Yeah, no, we're all out. We're done. Well, we know that there's a place to dump chroma here, apparently, and we really should have done a save before that so we could reload to a time before when we wasted all of our money. If that's a thing you can do. I don't know, we've never tried to, like, reload a previous save. Outside of obviously dying. Well, our pockets are a lot lighter now. Hope we don't find anything we need to spend money on in the future. That would be disappointing. We'll make more money. We'll make more. I'm not too pressed on it. Don't worry about it. Having a look at the map here. All that's left with whatever these three regions are up ahead. So let's just mount Escape for the sake of quicker travel. And let's get going. Isn't this the beach or is this a different beach? What is this? This looks like Jestro Beach to me, yeah. So it's whatever's up here in these mountains. They're beautiful, by the way. These beautiful golden trees and all of this. I'm a big fan of whatever's going on up here. For now, we'll see whether or not that holds as we get higher up. But this here is Yellow Harvest. Horror beyond imagination. 68, alright, it's getting fun. We're almost to the funny internet number. On we go, pressing forward even more. Okay. Alright, makes a nice circle. What am I missing? Hold on. There's got to be more to this. There's not even like a little thing on the ground letting us know what happened to these people. There's got to be more. This can't be all there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, I see now. Must have driven past these 3 times now. And by driven, I mean run, because we're not in a vehicle. We're just sprinting. All is well, though.
Wow. That Nevron is the size of a mountain.
Holy smokes, it is.
Eating the mountain?
Maybe he's chill. Maybe he just wants to be left alone to eat the mountain in peace, you know? We have no idea. Hey, what's the situation here? Am I the only one seeing this? A Nevron that is not hostile. All it does is eat the landscape around it. Yeah, that is odd. Should we go chat with it? See if it has any interesting stories about life? Okay, here's some dead guys. Normally this is where you'd find like a little parcel of information. But not today from the looks of things. Maybe the Nevron ate it. It seems to be eating a lot. These people turned to stone? That's the thing I don't get. A lot of people seem to be dead and turned into like calcified rock. These people look like they died more recently. Look at their outfits. They look like they might be from our expedition. We don't know that more people didn't survive. Like, yeah, we saw the pile of bodies, including a couple of our friends that looked like they died in horrific ways. But we didn't, like, scavenge through it to see if it was everyone. There might well have been a few others who survived. It's possible. However unlikely. I see that guy there. Don't trust me, I see him. Just trying to make sure I've got a thorough exploration of the area complete before we rush in here from behind and try to, like, get a jump on him. There he is. Oh, he was following us. Heavens. Sneaky boy. Well, not really. I mean, he was making a lot of noise. I didn't know he was there, but that doesn't make him sneaky. It just means I wasn't paying attention. Come on, big guy. Yeah, I know. We're about to actually win a fight with the guy. Quick start him. I like how I've just, like, in full confidence said we're about to win the fight. Considering how the last couple of fights have gone. Okay, you. Let's see. Applies rush. It's not useful right now at all. Focused foretell. Yeah, apply a bunch of foretells to this fella. So he's got those applied. So now, we're back to you again for some reason. And we could do Harvests, which is medium dark, consumes a foretell to increase health by 5%. We don't need to do that. Or we could do Twilight Slash, which will also consume our foretells. And also end the fight. I think I get the idea. You just want to build up foretells and then use attacks that consume the foretells to deal a ton of damage. Yeah. I mean, it sounds basic when you say it out loud. But there's also, like, moon and sun points. And those do a thing as well, but a slightly different thing. Can I jump that? I think we probably have to go around and come back at it from the other direction is going to be the idea there. Haha, big guy. You really thought, didn't you? You really thought. We could probably end this fight in the first round if we just started shooting. Right? Maybe not. Maybe I was too confident in that declaration. She, I think, would do more damage shooting, though. I kind of think it would be funnier if we did this. No actual attacks. Just bullets flying. Until we get to her. And then she actually does focused foretell. And it just about nearly defeats the thing with a parry. Beautiful. Beautiful combat encounter. Executed absolutely perfectly. Syle's really far behind in terms of her level. She's like an 18, the rest of us are 21. Right? Like, she's really excited about getting to smoke, and the rest of us are heading off to the bar. Actually, I think you have to be 21 to get SIGs now, at least in Texas. Which is ridiculous. Like, you can join the military, you can make that call, but you can't decide you want to smoke a cigarette. Absurd. So what happens when you let grandmas, you know, decide on legislation? This guy's got a lot of noodles coming out of their head. I wonder what the purpose of them is. We're not going to do that again. It was fun, don't get me wrong, we're just not doing it again. Catch it on fire. Oh, we're already in virtuous stance. This feels like a waste of effort to use such a big attack on one of these guys. But it did get him out in one.
Here's your card.
I would love to have a combat encounter that lasts more than the one round, so that we could actually, like, practice a little bit more with her. We have something that'll instantly heal us, right? Consumes all foretell to increase heal by 5% per foretell. How many foretells do we have applied? The one? No, we got 5. That's right. This ought to do quite a bit of healing. Yeah, it did. Nice. Okay. Now finish this off. Show them how it's really done, Mael. Our absolute powerhouse Mael that we've come to rely on. Thank goodness she didn't die at the end of the first act, and we'd be truly cooked. I'd have no idea how to progress at this point without her. She also got, like, a cute outfit, which is fun. Okay. Obviously, we can go that way. I saw the little thing that we could hook onto. But there wouldn't be a dark hallway winding into the mountain without something really good at the end of it. Oh, heavens. This place keeps going. Engage with the flag to get the save. And then maybe also let's go into our attributes here. We've got 3 to spend. Put 2 into might right now. It's not going to be a huge upgrade. 5 to 507, but I think it's going to be worth our while. We'll come back to this in a minute. I think this is going to take us back around to get that object that we saw on that ledge, which was purple, and therefore might be really useful. You know what I just realized? I have not checked Verso. We've not seen what his lumens are. He looks like he's loaded up, though, and he's got staggering attack, enfeebling mark, and augmented. Okay, yeah, he's probably fine. You have no lumens equipped at all. And then what are these? Let's go through these real quick and make sure we've got something good here. Breaker, 25% increase to break damage. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50 or 200% of its damage. After free aim hit, base attack. Well, I'll tell you what, those are all, like, unlocked. So what do we have that's not been sort of unlocked for the party? What is this? 3 AP on killing an enemy? You're gonna unlock that one. 50% increased break damage with free aim shot. Well, if you're ever good at breaking enemies, that would be nice to have. No longer gain AP on parry, but get AP on getting hit. I mean, apply powerful when falling below 50% health. I don't want to be below 50% health, but yeah, go ahead and do that. And then let's have a look at our Luminas and see what we can do here. 50% health on base attack. That's useful. That's going to take up a bunch. We've only got 4 remaining after that, which is fine. AP on killing an enemy. Yeah. And then The staggering attack. There we go. Okay. Good to go. Excellent. Let's head back in. Sorry, wait, hold on. We zipped up here, and it looks like we zipped past a bunch of things, but I guess we didn't. That's going to lead to this alternative route back to down here, place we've already been, but with some additional chroma, which he seems to be pretty impressed with his I feel like we haven't really recovered emotionally. I don't think we've really gone through losing Gustav fully. Like, we got a couple of really good moments with the characters kind of involving grieving, but I don't think it's really, like, fully processed, even for me, that he's gone. Because it kind of felt like he was going to be the main character of the game. It starts with him. Now, granted, Mile was there at the opening of the game with him, I suppose. Oh, so you get first strike now. Okay. Focused foretell on this guy. And then you need to do... I mean, we're good on health. Quick start, also on that guy. And then you ignore whatever they're attacking and go for something different. So you can pretty much one-shot anybody. I do see a problem if multiple people are attacking the same enemy. Nope. There we go. Got it right at the end. Don't know why I got bad at that all of a sudden. It was pretty easy at the beginning. Go ahead and harvest. Get your health back.
I'll use your knife.
Lovely. Just get it done. We're going to need to be fighting like a boss, I feel like. Something that's got a nice big damage sponge before we actually get really comfortable with everybody, all the new characters' movesets. Which is okay. Alright, we doubled back to here. We've got the color of Lumina. All that's going to be useful later on at a campsite. For now, let's press forward. Not really sure if we're trying to make our way to the top of the mountain. Is that the idea? Or are we going to go try to talk to the gigantic Nevron eating the mountain? Is that the end goal of all this? It sort of looks like we're pressing in that direction. Keep in mind, this has nothing to do with the plot. This has nothing to do with any of our goals. Let's make sure it saves. Every time you open and then close the flag, you get a save. I think it might be 2 separate saves as well, because it looks like it does it twice. Well, 2 roads... or a single road diverges in the yellow. 2 roads can't diverge unless they're diverging into 4 roads. That's not how that works. So a single road can diverge into 2. And it's in a yellow wood. And we're going to take this one over here. Because I don't know. It seems like a good place to start. We've seen these guys before. With the big lanterns. We helped a guy like this with a big lantern once. We tried to light it for him and it didn't go well. Alright, first strike. I say we target the big guy with focused foretell. She's going to focus on him so that she can build up a bunch of foretells on him. Meanwhile, you are going to use your skills on this fella here with a quick strike. Try to get your perfection up. And then we can just basically one-shot this little guy. Yeah, perfect. Alright, who's going first? Gotta get better at that. Gotta get better at that. I didn't know they were coming so fast. Not great. Not great at all. That's okay, though. So our options are, we could do Twilight Slash, but what if I want to apply more foretells? Can I just do focused foretell again? We had other abilities that applied foretells. We probably should, like, use those at some point. We're going to leave the big guy for her to deal with. We're going to switch back over to this fella. And then I'll tell you what, we're actually going to use his turn if we can. Perfect recovery. That's just for him, though. We can't apply that to anyone else. I was going to say we might try to cure her. I guess we won't? Let's do a marking shot.
Target marked.
Okay, so you're all queued up now. Let's see how much damage we actually do if we do Twilight Slash. A decent amount. You gotta jump that one.
Okay.
That's why there was the jumping symbol. I always realize what it is when it's too late, you know? Which is always fun. Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and finish this guy off. We don't have any curing abilities, do we? We just have to take a potion. We should probably look into that. I mean, normally we have Lune in the party, and she does all of our curing, or all of our healing. We might want to consider taking a moment to sneeze. And then we might also want to consider either going back to the flag or doing a party heal. As I charge forward, having done neither. This is just more chroma here from the looks of things. I mean, we need more chroma. We spent it all. And a complete waste. Fed it all into a fountain that just babbled out nonsense. Great investment in resources. Okay, we do need to go down there. Hold on, let's not get stuck. Oh, she can do a roll as well. On death, deal damage to all enemies. I mean, that'd be a great one for everybody to have, because death is almost a certainty. Being able to just, like, take as many guys with you as possible would be swell. Huh. Okay.
Expedition 38, Genevieve. We buried Patrick near the lake, so he could be close to water. I know he really missed the aqua farm and his floating gardens. Pierre Obscur thinks it's a waste of time to update these journals, but I find it strangely comforting. I suppose at its core, it's a record that we existed, that we still exist. The Gamage is coming, but I feel at peace. Just the two of us, but we managed to carve out a tiny sliver of a life of our own. I should feel guilty, maybe, for abandoning the mission, but I don't. I'm just glad that when tomorrow comes, it'll be Pierre Obscur at my side. Until the end.
That sounds lovely. That actually sounds pretty lovely. Doesn't look like you gommaged, though. Looks like you got burnt to a crisp. People normally turn into ash and float away when they gommage, based on the one time we saw a gommage. I wonder if actually this thing killed them. That seems like it could have happened. That seems like it's likely. If not absolutely what happened. This is just where we were a second ago, right? We've just kind of doubled back. Yes, indeed. Okay. Probably should have just gone back the way we came then, so we can continue exploring back there, but that's okay. We have the option to rest at the flag if we want to deal with those guys respawning. We only fought the one little group there, and there were so many more of them down there. I feel like it might actually be beneficial to go ahead and rest up. Get everyone back to full health, get the blood washed off and everything. And then we don't have to fight them again if we don't want to. We could just run past them. I was curious to see if there's anything up here on this little island. Yeah, I wasn't sure why else this would be here, unless there's something to find. I guess just for the aesthetics, you know? Sometimes a thing can just exist in the world to be nice to look at, and that's okay. Let's try to slip past him. Sounds like he's chasing us. He is. It's okay, just give him a little shot in the face and keep going. Been out there. Been up that little rise back there. Okay, they're not both chasing us anymore. Here's the thing, we don't have to fight him. We can just pick this thing up.
Nicholas, Expedition 44. The idea was you'd only have to fool the first one. Then Jules can wear its carcass to trap the next, and so on. Until we all have proper cover. But disguising ourselves as Nevrons has proven to be extremely ineffective, to say the least. Maybe they recognize each other by their chroma. Anyway, it was an utter failure. To any expeditions that follow our trail, do not disguise yourselves as Nevrons. It doesn't work.
That's good to know. No disguising. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do the combat. Oh, there's a cave back there as well that we need to go investigate. Let's see if we can't do better this time around. See if we can't do just a little bit better. First off, we might be able to, like, one-shot one of these guys. I'm gonna have the two of them attack this guy here on the right. Sorry, the left. I know, haha, yeah. And then she is going to just go ahead and obliterate him. I'm assuming it'll be a one-shot. Maybe not. This guy's a little resistant.
Oh well.
Okay, didn't quite have the timing right. Didn't do bad, though. Didn't do bad. Got the first two. If the next guy does the same thing, I think we'll be ready. We got literally none of them. Doing fantastic. Doing absolutely fantastic. Apply rush.
Let's speed things up.
Let's see how that manifests. Doesn't really look like it's changed the lineup all that much, but it has changed the lineup, which is good. Catch this! Oh, we can't even catch this guy on fire. We can't really do anything. Just go stab him, I guess. Shoot, that did plenty of damage. Marking shots.
Ready.
And then... we really can't do anything now except for poke him.
Just try it.
Ready this time. You do the same thing, big guy. I feel like they give you so much more time for the jumping. Like, you do not have to be super precise on it. You can be a little late, and it doesn't seem to matter all that much. He might just die when it's his turn. He might just burn to death. In fact, we might even be able to just finish him off right now. This will also do some healing if he's on fire.
I'll use your fire.
Hey, Liam, welcome to the chat.
Really need it.
Ready?
If we just pull the Twilight out now, let's go ahead and finish him off. Almost. And we can just follow up with another attack, apparently, which is great. I mean, look, we might as well just poke him. Just end it right there. Beautiful. Let's go see what this cave is all about. Cave of Wonder and Mystery. Watch, it might just not be anything, though. That's the disappointing thing. We might just slip through here. No, there's a mime. Oh, the mimes are tough as nails, though. I'm really not convinced that we're going to be able to handle our own against a mime. We're okay in terms of health. I think we'll give it our all. We'll see what we can do. If we can get someone else a mime outfit, we got to remember we missed a mime back in SK's cave. We got to go back and deal with it at some point. So the mime's going to first off build a massive wall to protect itself. Very irritating. Someone has the ability to take the shield down all in one go. I think we'll just go ahead and do that right now. And then at that point, we're just following it up with a basic attack. First strike. And then you. It's all up to you now. What have you got for me? Remember, the thing with the mimes is that they just have crazy amounts of defense, and it's just a war of attrition. I was not expecting that to be a one-shot kill. We're not giving up, though. We're going to attempt a revival tent, and we're going to carry on and just kind of see what happens here. We're going to see whether or not we can make it any further. Do a marking shot. We're going to queue up now. Can we catch her on fire? Possibly.
Get ready.
Unfortunately, the slight change in timing threw me off. We're not going to res her. We're going to do this instead. And then we're going to use his turn to do a res. We're gonna give our all into this fight, and if we win, we win, and if we die, we die, and that's just the way of things, I suppose.
Verso, dodge!
I was gonna say, let's just stick to dodging, because it's not as precise. We don't need quite as good timing. We've got a few more revives if we wanted to use them. I kind of feel like I definitely need to keep everyone alive.
Bring it on.
I don't know why my timing is all messed up on the mimes. I don't want to keep wasting revives on these people as well. This is getting embarrassing. The problem is we've dealt like basically no damage to this thing. And at this point, I think we're just gonna flee. We're just gonna run away. Bye, creature. You miserable beast. Why was the first mime we fought so much easier to deal with? So we're now running away from the mime. We're leaving the mime in the cave. We're in the worst possible shape we could be in. It probably would have been better for us to just let the mime kill us. Because we'd go back to the flag, and we'd come back with all our health. And we'd be in a much better way right now. As opposed to where we're at right now, where everyone's just barely limping along. We could do like a party heal. And in fact, before we get into the next combat encounter, depending on what the combat encounter is, we'll just do a party heal. You tell me there's nothing hidden away back here? This seemed like the perfect place to have something hidden away. Oh, dear. Oh, no. What a waste. This is such a cool little thing as well. I mean, I don't know what you would hide back here. Some kind of maybe like another a party wipe notice or whatever. I see this fella. I acknowledge his existence. What's up here? There's got to be something on the top of Pride Brock. This is the exact sort of place you'd expect to find something. Maybe just some chroma. Okay. So we can get to the top of the building from there. I bet you the rest of this just forms a completed circle. Let's go see the completed circle all the way back around. Maybe even stop by the flag. And reload. I see some chroma up there that we might be able to get to. I know that guy's pursuing us. I haven't looked back at him, but I know he's chasing us. I'm trying to ignore him. So we got to find a way to get back there. Oh, he's not even following us. He did not actually care. So we know that there's a way to get around back behind that cave. I don't know what that route's going to look like. There's got to be a route back behind there. So far, this is definitely shaping up to just lead back to the entrance. There's that guy that we've seen hobbling around before. I'm not going to bother slipping past him and trying to get to the... Hell, hold on. Wait a minute. Is this a thing we can reach? No, it doesn't look like it. I was going to say, this looks an awful lot like a little crag that might hold a secret. It seems like there's an invisible wall here. Can't quite... Oh, hold on now. Wait a minute. No, there is actually an invisible wall here, though. Okay, disappointment. But my disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. This is the last place I would think to find, like, a little secret thing. And if there's nothing back here... Okay. Can we hop back up to the flag, or should we just use a party heal? Because I'm assuming that we've now done a full circuit of this place. There's likely to be another flag pretty close by if we scale back there where we found the grappling hook position. So we might just go try to do that. Just make a mad dash for that. And actually, there's a grappling hook position up there, too, that I didn't see before. Can we get to there from here? Yeah, we can. Oh! Well, this is probably what leads back around behind into that... Hello. Oh, it's the boy! Why? Why would she paint these things? Eating the world. Eating our world. We used to have fun here together. I wish we could still have fun, sister. The boy ignores you as if he does not see you. Sketchy stuff, man. I gotta tell ya. Sketchy stuff. What does he mean by sister? Is that like... Is the paintress... Is that boy the paintress's dead brother? Did the paintress's brother die? Is the paintress real? Is this like a real just woman whose brother died and she's painting this world? And none of this is actually real? None of this actually happens? That would be disappointing. But it also feels like it could be possible. By the way, none of this led anywhere. Just want to throw that out there. I mean, it led to the boy. Obviously. We saw the boy, and we see this giant hand here coming out of whatever this thing is. That's about it, though. And none of this led back behind into that little cave over there like I thought it would. Which means that we've probably missed something else yet again. Oh! Yeah, we could have zipped up there before. See, I need to be paying more attention. Because apparently we're missing grappling hook locations. There might even be one back here that leads into in there. Don't think that even though this looks like a stairway, this leads to anything. Although it would be a really cool place to have a secret thing hidden. What about the building back here? Oh, but how do we get up there? There's no handhelds, or no handholds. So that's another little thing. I bet you we just got to go up on top of this building and zip line our way around. That's probably all there is to it. I don't know what we're ultimately looking for around here. I don't know what the end goal of this little area is. We're going to press on until we find something. Once we feel like we've seen it all and had some level of satisfying conclusion. If none exists and this is just like a spare little area you can go run around, I'll be very disappointed. Like, I needed to have some level of purpose or meaning. Okay, this is how we get back behind the mountain. Neato. On we go. Oh, dear. We're zipping up this mountain. Buddy, let's go! Okay. What else remains? I feel compelled to look back, make sure we're not missing the side routes. Sometimes the controller, like, I'll notice the controller will do a little, like, vibrate, and I think that means there's a grappling hook nearby that's maybe even past my field of vision. Like, I've skimmed past it without paying enough attention to really notice. So the road splits again. A single road diverges. This one goes out to light. Righto. So there's this ship there for no reason. This looks like it could come out of the ground and be a bad guy, but I don't think that's how this game works. This is sketch. This looks like a boss fight. We're going to fall back. Back into the cave. Back to where the flag is. We'll check the other route real quick. See where it goes. It goes underground. It goes darker and deeper and redder and grimmer. But also looks like it goes to a dead end, so it's a good thing we came back here. Tell me what happened, 59.
59er. Disgusting. Law's an idiot. I can't believe she convinced everyone to eat the Nevron. They've been puking for the past few hours. Great. Well, we can't move on with so many people sick. I told her it was a bad idea. Hopefully they'll feel better with some mushroom broth to settle their stomachs.
I cannot believe that they tried to eat Nevron. What are Nevron even made out of? The scene here does not really display a group of people who ate Nevron. You know what I mean? Like, you'd want to see a giant discarded pot. Remember when we found all the crashed cars, and the report was that they tried to just drive through the Nevron and it didn't quite work? I want to see a pot. Maybe that's what that was. Maybe that's the mushroom stew and it got out of control. I can't actually tell. That's like a crystalline creature there with a big hand, big claw hand. I don't know. I'm not really getting the feeling like they tried to eat a Nevron from the way that's set up. I want a big pewter pot. Doesn't need to be pewter. Full of discarded Nevron. Like chunks and Nevron soup. And maybe we could also taste test it and then get queasy and the screen kind of wiggles a little bit. That could be a fun time. Just throwing out ideas there. Okay, it's not too late to patch the game. We're definitely about to have some kind of a boss fight. Against a boat! Let's go! No, it's just a big guy. A big guy with big fists. He's big mad. Okay. His name is Glaze. Uh-oh. Nice counter, everyone. Take out his shield right out the gate. Mark him with your weird little, like, foretell situation. Hit him with the Floret of Fury.
Precision.
So does he start off with any perfection because he did that perfect parry at the start of the battle? I mean, it's a full solid D, so I don't know if that's a yes or a no. I feel like probably not. What if you can do so bad that you end up at F, you know?
I'm waiting.
Well, she's dead. I don't know why I kept trying to jump instead of dodge or block.
Let's try it.
Yes, so done.
Well, so far we're off to a great start. Everything's going fantastically. What's sad is that he doesn't actually seem like he's got all that much health, so he'd probably be doing just fine if it weren't for the fact that I cooked every single one of his attacks. That one's good. We got that down. That we can do. You notice that we're not rezzing her. It's not because I dislike her, right? I got nothing against her, even though I can't remember her name. It's that, you know, I'd rather just carry on.
That's better.
Let's see if we can avoid basic attacks from this ground.
Incoming.
Almost. We got one of them.
Just careful now. Oh well.
There we go. Now we're ready. Yeah, let out your powerful howl. See where that gets you, man. Howling at the stars is not going to help you. We could res her. He's still got his 5 foretells. So she could probably do some damage, but we'd have to use a turn to res. And imagine if we just didn't do that and instead we cast a marking shot on this guy.
Target marked.
Let's see what you got. Creates an earthquake, huh? Kind of just let all those hit us. You'd think I wasn't even hitting buttons. I was, just at the wrong time. I think I see how this fight's gonna end. You can't do anything, can ya? Quick strike.
Faster. Incoming. Watch out.
Mael doing the counter is a much bigger deal because she does so much more damage. Okay, yeah, this is exactly how I predicted it would end in my mind when I said I thought I know how this was going to end. Oh, we got some sort of plenum out of that. I don't know who that goes to.
We lay the trail.
We lay the trail indeed. Let's go back to the flag right here in the hallway. Right here in this crag, if we may. Have a moment to make sure everybody's healed up, and then we'll have a look at that new weapon. Was that a new weapon for Mael? Because if so, it's definitely not going to be given to her. That's not how this game works. Mael seems to already have the best weapon for herself. Can we increase her health just a smidge? What is that? Is that... Yeah, maybe a smidge more? I don't know. Is it worth it? Because we're going from 229 to 243. It doesn't really feel like it's worth it at all. Minor, like, attribution, or minor increases to attack, to speed. Always boosting speed seems to always be a good move. But we put one into critical rate. I'd like to boost. You know, I'll tell you what we'll do. Put one into all of these. There we go. No more crippling anxiety over what to do. And then we will go ahead and we will have a look at the new weapon. It looked like it was from IL. Yeah, plenum here. So, on turn start, if stanceless, switch to defensive stance. I mean, good if we're getting pummeled. But I like starting in virtuous stance. Starting in virtuous stance is good. It's a good place to be. I'll tell you what, I think I've done enough combat with these two characters that we can go back and look over their skills again and maybe have an idea of what to do. So, first off, is there anything else that applies foretells? Yeah, spectral sweep. Anything else? Propagates target's foretell to all enemies. Oh. If you deal a bunch of these foretells using these other abilities, you can then copy them to all the other enemies. That would be crazy. Thing is, I don't know if we have all of them equipped. We have 6 abilities. I guess we must have all 6 of them equipped, right? Yeah, 6 are unlocked. Deals medium single target damage, applies 3 foretell, and applies mark. We should have gotten that one earlier. Deals low dark damage to all enemies. 2 hits, applies foretell. I'm not sure about the dark and the light damage. I'm not sure about the differences there. Each hit can consume 1 foretell to deal 200% more damage. That seems like a really good one to have. And then you. I'm figuring you out. I'm starting to understand you a bit more. What have you got down here? Deals very high single target light damage. Can break. Rank S on break. Unlock everything around that. I'm not even going to read them. Let's go back in there and let's adjust the loadouts and see what we've got. All right, we'll start with Verso. Let's see. So first off, quick start, I want that to be here. So I'm going to swap quick start to here because that's the first thing we want to do. Or quick strike, I should say. I'll be right back, folks. Sorry about that. We've got a little bit of a storm going, and I heard like a loud thump sound that sounded like a big limb falling down, and I wanted to go. I have sort of a during a hurricane last year, a tree fell on my house. So anytime I hear even like the slightest thump noise, I'm like, I'll move past it. If we can get through another hurricane season without a tree falling on my house, I'll be fine and I won't worry about it. Where were we at? Right, we were setting this guy up. Okay, we've got to set him up with all these new abilities we got for him. So down here, we're going to put that new one we just got, which was rank S on break. Yeah, deals very high single target light damage. Stick that down there. And then we're going to have perfect recovery be right there. That's fine. And then we're also going to move from fire over there as well. So we'll have those be kind of like right next to each other. Our 2 healing abilities, and then perfect break. Meanwhile, over here, we're going to have quick strike, and I want to have marking shot, 1 by 1. And then the final ability here, we've got to pick. Deals a medium single target physical damage, 3 hits. Damage is increased for each health Verso is missing. Okay, useful if we're already like in a bad way. Deals low physical single target damage and gives 1 to 3 AP back. That's kind of good. We're gonna go ahead and say that's going there, but then also we'll have a look at Purification. Deals single target and medium light damage, 2 hits. Dispels status effects on self. Okay. Alright. Well, if we're dealing with a bad guy with a lot of status effects, that might be what we switch over to. In the meantime, deals low single target. Deals low single target damage, 5 hits, uses weapons element, generates 1 additional perfection. That's actually pretty good too. Do we like that better than Paradigm Shift though, which gives us 1 to 3 AP? I think no. I think no is the answer to that question. And then back to you. We're still trying to figure you out, but I think we definitely want to have up here at the top be focused foretell. So we'll swap those, and then deals medium target damage, 2 hits, applies mark, applies 3 foretell, have that be next. Harvest, we're going to move over here. I'm going to have everybody's healing be on the second page. There we go. And then we need to have, applies 2 foretell. So these are all applying foretell. And then if we want to cash those in, we probably do want to have rush still, even though we haven't used it really. And then harvest, what do you do? Yep, okay. And then we've got to pick, consumes all foretell to deal additional damage. Consume 1 foretell to deal 200% more damage. Critical hits don't remove the foretell, but still get the damage increase. Consumes all foretell to deal additional damage. Applies 1 foretell. Okay, we're going to go with Sealed Fate, I think. So all of these will build up foretell. And then we'll have Sealed Fate to consume them. And yes, these are all light attacks. These are moon attacks. These 2 are at least. How that manifests in an actual combat scenario, we're still unsure. We're figuring her out as we go, though. We're figuring her out as we go. And if we want to make sure that we save the game, all we got to do is click here. Boom, save in progress. And this is actually the direction we want to be going in. Was there anything else to find inside of this clearing after defeating Boatman? Which is just what we're going to refer to him as. Because he had a name, and I don't remember what it was. And to be quite frank, I don't care at this point. Doesn't look like it. The road kind of diverges. It goes ahead, certainly, but it also goes up here. I don't know if this actually goes any further, or if this might dead end. It looked like there was something the other direction. Is this how we get down there to... Yeah, let's just test it. Oh, heavens. Was that a good call, what we just did? Oh. I think we probably should have explored a little bit more up there. I see this guy. I do see him. Feels like he's going to be a bit of a combat encounter. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what goes in this direction. I didn't expect us to go suddenly very deep underground. I thought this was just going to land me on that ledge that we were seeing before where there was an item waiting for us. It kind of has. This is the different ledge. This is not the one I was thinking of, but it probably does eventually lead to it. We can get back up top by just using fast travel at a flag, so I'm not too worried about that. If we get over here and we hug the wall so we don't have to deal with this guy, I don't know if this is just a regular fella or if this is going to end up being a widescreen boss fight. They look like just regular guys. This should lead back around to where I was thinking we were going. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Here, finally. It's just chroma. All of that to get 3,500 chroma. We need it because we spent it all at a freaking gosh darn mystery spewing nonsensical fountain. Alright, we'll go ahead and fight. It looks like they're building something. Are they hostile? Probably. I'm just going to initiate hostilities. I'm going to assume had they seen me, they would have been hostile. Chromatic orphans. Well, we're immediately dead. Off to a fantastic start. Off to a fantastic start yet again. Can we dodge out of the way instead of trying to, like... His attacks aren't as bad, and we missed all of them. Blight is a status effect that reduces the max health of the character. It is possible to be affected by multiple instances of Blight. Each instance reduces max health by 10%. Fantastic. Off to a swimming start here. I guess we'll just try our best. I have a feeling we're all going to die. I mean, most of us have died already. Because my inability to parry. That's unfortunate. We could have done epic return. Okay, it's just the one attack. I'm up with those. There's a sound. There's a cue that you're supposed to use to do the parry that I just wasn't doing. Do not send in the reserve team. Go back to the flag. We'll finish exploring up top a little bit, and then we'll come back down. I think we got the orphans. I need to stop trying to pretend like I have the ability to do the parry at the right timing. We'll just dodge instead. And before we go down there, we'll go see what's in this direction. And yeah, we can bring in Lune as the reserve if we need to. Is there actually anything in this direction? It looks like this is the direction we're supposed to go in, because it's leading further up the mountain towards the gigantic mountain-eating Nevron. Or it's just going to lead to the exit, which is going to lead further up. Yeah, that's definitely going to be what it is, because there was 2 more regions beyond this one. So this was only ever an area we were passing through to get closer to the giant mountain-eating Nevron. Fair enough. We are going to go back down there, though, and try to fight those orphans again. I feel bad, because they are orphans. Like, what did they ever do to deserve this behavior? Maybe they would be friendly if we didn't initiate combat with them. I don't know. We're just pinging back and forth off the side of these mountains, though. Was there anything else down here to explore? We only went to the left. We didn't search to the right. No, it really doesn't look like it. This is just tucked away back here for no reason. Alright, well, let's go again. Did they get first attack last time? That doesn't make any sense. They must have really high speeds or whatever. Okay. Much easier to deal with right there. Much easier to deal with than the spinning attack from his brothers.
Watch out.
Gotta wait till the sound. Gotta wait for the sound effect. Just gonna dodge that. I don't have... It was a perfect dodge, so we may have been able to do the parry on it. I'm not gonna risk it, because it's a one-shot. So you have the ability to heal yourself, but I think we want to apply some foretells first. Since no one has any, like, I want to get the guys to the side. They seem more threatening with that spinning ability. So apply that. We will also go ahead and do our big attack on this guy to this side. Pot on his head. They're attacking us with, they're wearing pots and attacking us with ladles. There's a story here. I don't know what it is, but there is a story, to be sure. Alright. We need to, like, rank S on break if we break. Can break. Very high light damage. Should we try it? We've never done this ability before. Let's go for it. Great. Tons of damage. Missed that first hit. No! Why did I do it? For some reason I decided. No! For some reason I decided, I was like, no, actually, I think I can. I can't probably parry that. I can't. I can't parry it. I can parry it. I absolutely can. It's in my abilities. I just did it. You might say, Reese, why did you again try to parry it when you just said you would? Prove to myself that I could, and clearly I can't. Because that's everyone dead now in a single round. Do not send in the reserve team. Lune cannot do this by herself. I want to try one more time. If the orphans get the better of us again, we'll carry on. All right, I'm not going to spend hours trying to deal with the orphans. We'll come back to them at a later date. I don't know. If we were further along, if we'd maybe taken a couple of them down, maybe I'd send in Lune. Maybe she'd be able to, you know, pick up the slack and get the thing done. I doubt it. It's possible, though. Just pivoting off of everybody. It'd be cool if you could swap people out in the middle of the combat encounter. That'd actually be really cool. So, like, if in the middle of the fight you could say, all right, I'm switching in Lune. I mean, maybe you can. I've just not pushed the buttons. Maybe it's an ability we unlock later on. All right. Bad timing.
Let's dance.
I'm gonna double down.
My
We're only going to try to parry. We gotta get those extra hits in, if we can. Okay. And we're all going to attack the same guy and try to get him taken down as quickly as we can. So focused foretell on him.
Okay. This will hurt.
I know how blight works. I've been here. Trust me.
Ready to strike.
I bet you are. Okay, so we can't do that, unfortunately. Just quick strike him.
Fast.
Good place to start. It's all about the sound cues. It's all about the sound cues.
Guard up.
I didn't get the sound cue on that one. I mean, it happened. I just didn't time it. So I see that we're once again in this exact same position we were in before. You got this, Mael? Think you can handle this on your own? Unfortunate. Because she does crazy damage on her parries when we do a counterattack. You might say it makes more sense to res everyone else, and typically you're right. Mael does so much damage though, right? It's almost a waste to waste her turn trying to like res someone. If we just played perfectly with her, which we're not, she's dead. You remember what I said earlier about how we do it one more time? We're gonna do it just one more time, okay? Because 3 times and you're out, but 4th time is the charm, as the old saying goes. So if you can like convince the ump to leave you in the game, first off, everyone's gonna know you paid him off, or you've got those like embarrassing pictures of him from the Christmas party. But also, you're definitely gonna get the home run in the next toss. So you got to stay in it. Also, most umpires are probably paid off, aren't they? Let's be honest. You ever seen an honest ump? I haven't. They're almost as bad as football refs. Referees deserve to be bullied. That's the official position here. They definitely pick favorites, especially that baby Huey-looking guy at my brother's football game.
Look out!
20 years ago. I haven't forgotten. Also, that was embarrassing.
Look out!
That's how you're supposed to do it. If we just keep that up,
Hurry it!
Yeah, I know how the blight effect works. Don't need explained to me. Do we target the same guy to the side? Now that we know they can all do the same ability, what if we focus on the guy in the middle, right? Applies 3 foretell. We can never get past this first attack with her. She's always dead by the time we get to the 2nd round, tragically. Which is my fault. I can't really blame her. It's not like it's her choice.
You're outmatched.
You're outmatched. I don't know about that, man. We probably should have Lune in the party to do healing. Because we got no one dealing heals right now. 1 to 3 AP. Having more AP would be good. Do marking shot.
Target marked.
It's locked on you.
Does so much damage when we do that counter. Not so much with her. She does a bit of damage. Not so much.
Bring it on.
Ah! It's like before. It's like right before you think you need to do it. Marking card will also apply 3 foretell.
No tricks.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
No!
Ready to
She's got an ability that lets her heal herself. So I'm not too pressed. Also, they're not orphans. It's just occurred to me they're orphelin. Or orpheline.
Not looking good.
And it seems like attacking the center one is the meta here. Because that's what the big health bar up at the top of the screen seems to represent more than anything. Okay. Yeah, we're going to consume those all for heals, unfortunately, is what we're about to do. Did a bit of damage.
Okay.
You get a couple of them in a row and you feel good about yourself. Good thing we healed her. That was absolutely the right call. We could do it again if we wanted to. And we do. It doesn't deal all that much damage, but if she comes out of it with more health, that's what matters. This might actually finish it.
Precision.
At least the middle one, and it didn't quite.
Take your shot.
Beautiful counter. So how does that leave the encounter? Oh, she's dead, darn it. Like, the big boss bar is gone at the top of the screen. And now she's dead. Yeah, we're going to send in our backup. Absolutely. Because I'm curious to see what happens next. The last stand of Expedition 33. So even though, like, the boss bar is gone, we're still fighting these two. Can Lune res anyone? Does that work? No, she's on her own here. That's okay. What can we do? Thunderfall?
Lightning. Strike.
They're not particularly susceptible to it. Here's the thing. We might can win this. We might could.
Ready to evade.
We're not going to, though. So here's the thing, though. Remember I said I was going to do it just the one more time because fourth time was the charm? Well, we actually almost did it, right? We made it so much further that time. So what if we did it a fifth time? And the fifth time was actually the charm. Because the great thing about 5, is what makes 5 superior to 4 is even though it is an odd number, there's a lot of benefits to odd numbers, right? First off, there's a middle. You don't really get a middle with even numbers. Like, you can divide it evenly, but then there's not one left over in the middle. Where with 5, you can have 2 to one side, 2 to one side, and there's the 1 in the middle. And that's great. We love that. And also 5 is halfway to 10, and that's double digits. So maybe the fifth time is the time where we're actually going to truly ace this encounter, right? And everything's going to work out perfectly for us. We're going to be doing our parries with perfect timing. Look at that, like right out the gate. Perfect timing parries.
CL, incoming.
I don't know why we missed that second.
Mael.
I know what Blight does. Don't need it explained to me.
Here's your card.
This and
I'm starting with the middle one because I don't know. That's the boss bar, and it feels like that's the one to attack.
Let's carve a path.
He has perfect health, so I don't need to worry about that.
Target marked. Watch out, Mael.
I was gonna say, does that consume the mark on a counter? And it
on
does.
me.
Use Lune to heal. Lune's not in the party right now.
Not today.
Because we're trying to get good with other characters.
Guard up.
As you can see, it's going really well. It's going fantastically at the moment.
On me.
I'm actually okay with this right now. Because right now what we can do is we can just practice the parrying these guys. Doesn't matter if everyone else is dead. I think we could do this 100% with just Mael. We don't need anybody else in the party dealing damage or doing anything else. We could just do like perfect parries of everything. No, we can't. No, we absolutely... But if we did it starting now, everything was a perfect parry. Nothing's stopping us from 100%ing this with just Mael in the party. She does so much damage. She's got no real way to, like, revive or heal herself. We're going to actually go ahead and use a healing tent
Ready to go.
on her, because that's the only method we have for healing her. And then we're going to actually, like, continue trying to do this with just Mael. It's the Mael only challenge. Can you beat the Orpheline with just Mael? Oh my gosh, she gets to go again. No! Ah! No, 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 no. Don't send my... She's not going to be able to do it by herself, Lune. She simply cannot. Oh. So you know what I said about doing it just one more time? I think we are going to go in there, and I think we are going to go ahead and switch Lune into the party. In the place of who, though? There's some interesting stuff we can do with both Verso and Sael. We've never had, like, an all-girl party. Let's do an all-girl party. Let's see how badly that can possibly go. Having her in the party as well, she can do, like, AoEs as well as heals. And we'll just see what happens. I think we're going to stop having everyone attack the one guy in the middle. We'll just leave that to Mael, because Mael can knock him out pretty quick and easy by herself. And we'll have the other two attack the guy on the right side. Our right. They're the villain's left. Stage right for them. Yeah.
Danger.
No. I just immediately... We don't have to do this anymore. We can just walk out of this area. We're not obligated to be here anymore. How are we already doing worse than the last time? How does that happen? Well, I guess we're going to open up this round by rezzing someone, which is a great time. Exactly what you want to do at the start of a combat encounter. Go ahead and focus foretell this fella.
Try me.
They're not hard to actually parry. It's just sometimes I don't.
I'll do it.
See what I mean? Just sometimes I don't. Okay, you. We could actually heal you if we wanted to, and I think we do this time. Or Sealed Fate. Consume the foretell and deal 200% more damage. There's only the 5 foretell, though. And I think that maybe Rush is the thing to do right now. We'll see how that sort of manifests. It doesn't really look like it's changed us all that much from what's currently happening, and that's okay.
Take your shot.
I hate that stupid spin. I hate it so much.
Careful, Mael. Try me.
I hate that stupid spin!
A storm is coming.
Revive. Just bring him back.
Now or never.
Harvest. Him. Should get us pretty close to full health. Yeah, just shy of it.
Please survive.
Danger.
I hate it. I hate it, and I hate the way that sometimes I do it real easily, and other times not so much.
I'm ready.
We're not doing this again. We're all gonna die. We're not doing this again. We're leaving, is what we're gonna do. After this, maybe we bring in the backup. I don't think so, though. I think we just, after Mael dies, which is just right now, we're just done. No more patience for this. We know that these guys are here. We'll come back and fight them later, like so many other things in the world. We'll deal. It's a problem for another day. Not right now. Unless you want, I don't know. Do we want to go do it one more time? We could go do it one more time. We might just head this way, because we just leave the level now. We're done. Everything here is dead and defeated. All we have to do is go up this mountain. Just a little zigzag. And we're out of here. We just go through this little portal thing. We're just heading up to see the guy that eats the mountain. That's all we got to do. All we got to do is pass through this little... Maybe one more time. Maybe just this one last time. We made it so close to the portal. Just one more time we head down there. I'm not looking to be down there forever. I'm not looking to be down there forever. Like, just constantly fighting it until it's defeated. I want to have one more round where we do at least a little bit better. Just a little bit better. And then we'll go. Because I think the best thing we could do is leave and do something else and then come back to it later after we've had time to, like, rest. Because if you keep doing the same thing again and again, you're bound to just make more and more mistakes. So you got to have little breaks in between. And just constantly being down here fighting these guys is not good for us. It's not healthy. Not good at all.
Please survive.
See what I mean? Because that's going to be what happens. Because that's going to be what happens right out the gate. I like Mael screaming, "Please survive," though. The temptation right now is to just leave. The temptation is to, like, not even linger. Just go and be done with it. I know how Blight works. Stop telling me how Blight works like I don't know how Blight works.
Oh well.
There's nothing left in me. There's nothing. My soul is just drained at this point. I have nothing left to give. You can see in my eyes. It's just I'm lost in this world. There's no way he could do it on his own.
Oh,
Bless
well.
him. And he's dead. We're done. We're actually, this time, this is not a bit. We're not joking. Alright, I'm not going to turn around and go back down into this gosh darn cave. We're actually done now. We're actually leaving. No more of this. No more of this suffering. No more of this pain. No more of this misery. We're just going to go. It's not like an actual boss who is blocking our progress, who is standing in our way and preventing us from moving on. It's just a couple of fellas. It's just a few little fellas at the bottom of this optional world. We don't need to be in this little region. We don't need to be here. This isn't progressing the plot any. We don't need to be doing this. We can just go. And on we go. And look at us. Aren't we so much happier now? Doesn't the air smell so much more fresh? And isn't there such like a weight off our shoulders now that we're just not there anymore? Isn't this beautiful? Look at this beautiful cliffside with whatever this thing is. Probably a shortcut up here if we activate it. Yeah, look at that magical bridge right down to there. So we never have to go through this miserable hellscape again. We can just carry on with our wonderful lives. Happy and joy, heading towards he who consumes the mountain inside of this giant picture frame. It's the Lost Woods. And we're gonna get a record.
An advantage.
Yeah, that's great. And now we just go back the way we came. There's no progression past this. Well, I thought we were going to get closer to the fellow who eats the world. Where is he at? Do I have to actually defeat those guys and find an alternative exit to continue climbing the mountain and find fellow who eats the world? Let's check the map here. Lost Woods, Yellow Harvest. What is this down here? Wait, so this is like yet another different thing, isn't it? Or is this yet another different thing? Hold on, this is Yellow Harvest. This is Lost Woods. What is that, then? Is there a way to get to that? SK! Come here. Where are you? Hello? SK. Or is that what this is? No, that's the big picture frame right there. So Yellow Harvest, big picture frame. That's like a cave. It might not even be up here. It might be like down below. We might need to head into the water to find it. Actually, that makes a ton of sense. Let's go check. We did say we wanted to explore the ocean a bit more anyway. So hold on. Let me very quickly have a look at the map, and we've now seen almost everything on this continent. We haven't made it to whatever this is, and we never will. We'll check it out later. We gotta figure out what that is, and I bet you that is we gotta go down probably into the water, which looks like we can do that right here as well. We said we wanted to circle back around also and see how close we can get to the Lumiere, so we'll do that. Yeah, here we go. Big secret cave. Crushing cavern. All right, this is the final thing it looks like we're going to be able to explore before we progress the plot. Flag right at the entrance suggests a few things, doesn't it? No need to rest, but we got our save in. I don't feel crushed yet. It is definitely a very dark cavern where things might sneak up on us. I see a purple light up ahead. Okay, a lantern. Or a lamp, even. That's unfortunate! Oh, sweet heavens. So we can leave. We don't have to deal with the giant floating eyeballs. But something tells me that if we want anything interesting to happen, anything good to happen, we have to go deal with the giant floating eyeballs. Yeah, this just leads us back over to here. Yeah. Okay, do you think this is a combat?
It's an ambush.
Do you think? Is that what this is? Well, hold on, there's more to see. Oh! Heavens! The dead. So many of the dead. Nothing else over here, huh? Well, what is this? This is like a giant shield. Large hubcap to either side of the world. Do you reckon those things move in slowly and eventually squish you to death? Is this thing alive? It is moving. Its arms are like very subtly moving. Oh, I guess I should have probably started the combat encounter. The giant sapling. Oh my gosh, they do move in! Oh!
Just try it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're fighting the giant thing. That's okay. We probably, again, we don't have our healer. That's okay. We're going to charge ahead boldly. On guard.
Finesse and precision.
This thing has a ton of health, I'm seeing, which is a fun way to start the encounter. But at least there's only the one, right? For now. Got it marked. The walls are closing. That does not count as its turn, sadly. I think we have to kill it. Okay, it shields itself, which is unfortunate. Someone has an ability to deal with this. It's not her, though. Sealed Fate. Cast Rush on the party. That uses her turn up. Gets us to her, who cannot do breaking rules. We can't really do anything. I guess we take a shot, and then just do a basic attack, unfortunately. 2. Great. Boom, boom. And go hit it. And then back to her. Okay, no more shield. Not really anything we can do, though. Great, and the walls are going to close in again. I think we're going to get squished to death just because we can't attack it. The best thing it could do right now... The best thing it could do is cast shield on itself, is what I was going to say. Because that would prevent us from being able to further damage it, and it just buys it more time for the walls to close in on us, which I would like to avoid. Yeah, no point in doing that. Just do a basic. Walls are coming! Walls are coming! I think we're gonna.
Watch out, my elf.
Don't think we're gonna get it.
My turn.
Well, that didn't really do anything, did it? Other than it shielded itself. Why did we say watch out, my elf? What have we got? Anything that'll paradigm shift. We'll gain AP back from it, even if we don't actually deal any damage. That might have been a good move. We got 2, so this will take out the shields. Oh no! I think we're gonna see him get squished here.
Incoming.
Please survive.
not really on fire, though, is the problem. Gotta catch him on fire first. Most of the setup here hasn't been swell. I don't think we're dealing enough damage is the problem. This might be a fight for later, because I feel like you need to be able to deal a ton of damage. Low dark damage to all enemies. Does 2 hits, applies 2 foretell for hit. That's 4 foretell. Or we can move on to... Ooh, I don't know. Let's see.
I see you now.
The walls crush the expedition. Brutal. I'm wondering if we can even do this right now, or if we need to be a higher level and have the ability to deal more damage. Because I think things could have worked out a little better for us if the party had been slightly... If we done like things slightly different early on, would have been able to punch through its defenses. And also if we didn't get hit with exhausts. What would I rate the game so far? What is the rating scale? 5-star, 10-star, 0 out of 100? I don't know. So here's the thing. I'm not good at giving games ratings because I'm never sure like what the qualifications are. I have 0 complaints with the game so far. There's nothing about the game I've looked at and thought, well, if they'd done this, it would be better. If they'd done that, it'd be better. I wish they'd done this thing slightly more differently. I mean, I just found a swimsuit, and there's actual cheek. Like what more can you ask for? A 10 out of 10. I feel like I need to devise a rating system. If I was going to say, you found him in the end game and he didn't last long, okay, Phanto, that might be the move then. I think we'll give it one more shot, and if we can't deal enough damage to get him down before because I don't think he would have killed us without the walls squishing us. We were doing okay. If I was to say that the game is without flaw, that's where I would say. I've not found anything with the game that I was like, I don't like this. And then you can build on top of that. So it has no flaws, and then we start talking about all the things we really like about it. I don't know. I'll work on a rating system. How about that? If I get close enough and then yeet it with this thing, do I get first go? Is that how this works? Let's see if we can actually dodge whatever the heck he does with that exhaust attack. Because I think that's what was hurting us in the end. We weren't having enough points to actually do our bigger attacks. Quick strike this time.
Finesse and precision.
And in fact, do we even try to parry or do we just try to dodge? Because if we do dodge, the timing isn't as wide.
Let's dance.
Yeah, see, he ended up hitting us anyway. So he's got some exhaustion. He's not going to be able to do as much at the start of the next turn, I don't think, is how that manifests. So this will get him marked ahead of Mael's turn. And then Mael is queued up to do this. Deal quite a bit of damage. 9,999 damage from the looks of things, which is not too bad. See, if we could get a few more rounds like that, we'd really be getting somewhere. Once again, yeah, marking shot. Just keep marking it.
Target marked.
He's probably going to do shields this time. Shields are going to hurt us as well, because it takes so long to get through them. Yeah, he shields himself. So that's 6 shots to get through his shields. We have 2 attacks we can do here. And that's it. We are not getting through his shields. And Mael's only got 4. That's not enough to do her shield buster, I don't believe. We'll do that, and then we'll poke him. So with Mael right now... Oh, hold on. What's he about to do?
Dodge.
At least we got a counter out. Which, you know, it did break one of the shields. And got her up to 7, so she can do breaking the rules.
Take down the shields.
Not bad. Leaves her in an offensive stance. Not really where we want her, but that's okay. Paradigm shift. That cues him up to do more in the next round. But I think even so, looking at our current rate of damage given, we might still get squished. Because the walls are closing in faster than we're dealing damage right now. I don't think applying Rush is going to help us any. We tried that last time. Okay. 3 foretells and a mark. We might cash in those foretells next round. If we don't immediately get squished.
On me.
shielding himself again! You monster. You absolute monster. So we can't really do anything other than shoot him and then do a basic attack. Mael has what it takes to once again do breaking the rules, but that doesn't deal as much damage as we need it to. And so once again, we're back to him. Okay, perfect break. Yeah, do it. Gets us into S. Perfection. And he's... Oh, oof. Not really much we can do here. Incoming! Yeah, I think his next go, he's going to squish us to death.
Incoming.
So...
Watch out, my hell.
Hurry!
Ah, he got him. He got him with his exhaustion.
Finesse and precision.
Big damage. Big, beautiful damage. He can't do anything, really. Paradigm shift. Oh, so here's the situation, right? We're going to die now. We can't actually cash that in to do anything. We can't do our big shield fate, which consumes all of our foretels to deal damage. Next round, we all get squished to death.
Here's your card.
It's a tragedy, but here we go. We'll have to come back later when we're dealing more damage. So Arthur's giving it a 9, because the mouth motion is a bit off. Yeah. I did end up looking. I found an interview with Andy Serkis after finding out that that is him in the game. By the way, I don't remember if he confirmed that or not in the last stream, but he was talking about how they came back after the mocap, and he had to do the voice after the fact. So also, there's a funny clip of outtakes of the English actors trying to do French words, which is a really fun time. I recommend looking up the blooper reel for this game. It's pretty funny. Oh, we can't leave here. Okay, that's fine. We'll go back around this way. Well, we know that's there, and that's not nearly as frustrating as the Orphines.
Let us get wet.
So what happens if we go this way, and how far this way can we go? We do have like a little island here. I'm going to progress the plot, but I was trying to kind of explore around a bit and see like how much of the world we can actually visit and look at. And what we were trying to determine is whether or not there was a way to get around here. No shot it lets you go back to Lumiere, but I really wanted to see whether or not we could, because I thought that would be interesting. Let's see what this is all about. This place actually looks lovely. It's just called the White Tree. It's probably just going to have a record for us if I had to guess. This is a record location. Oh, and this. Here we go.
Isabel of 36. Winter's souls drift through the night and land soft upon the moonlit vale, whose snowy shrouds hold tight the hope I'd whispered once, long ago. Golden folds adorn the stems, a maze our eyes back to follow, a meditation of winding curves. Deep they flow to center, where lie the edges of another verse, another maze of golden stems and shadows.
That's beautiful, but also...
A sea of pebbles shifting. A wave, a wave, a wave of rock and sand. As sand falls upon our heads, and our heads sink beneath the waves. Along the darkened shores we sink, a pebble in the sea. The rising wind rolls through fragrant stalks of feathergrass. Their delicate aroma, a balm, their gentle susurrus, a lullaby for my aching heart.
Well, that was beautiful, but doesn't really do anything for us in terms
This
of...
world is full of wonders.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
It's very beautiful and artistic, but shouldn't they have been leaving like tips for us to survive? So Gestrel Beach, south of Old Lumiere, features a only up climbing minigame. So we went to one of the Gestrel beaches, and we did a like obstacle course, parkour obstacle course. Are you telling me there's another one? Pops, are you my son? Am I your father? What is this? I'd be down for that though. We can do that. Where is it at, though? Where's Old Lumiere located? Let's have a look at the map here. I do see something to the south here, so that's probably just this Gestrel Beach. which we've already been to before. Is there a different one? Old Lumiere. What is this place, and how do we get there? We got Ancient Gestural City. I tried getting into here, but it looked scary. Didn't really want to risk it. Let's go a little bit more to the north. There are 5 gestural beaches. Okay. What do we reckon this place is? And do you think there's any reason to be here? Let's first off dismount, because this guy's a bit clumsy and a bit large, and he's a bit easy to bump into guys with. Can we just slip past them? On healing an ally, also give 2 AP. That's kind of a good ability. That's actually a really good one. In fact, that's so good that we're immediately going to put that on Lune, if we can, real quick. Let her start learning that one. Critical chance on burning enemies. Healing tints also remove all status effects. Apply shell when falling below 50% health. That's a good one. We're swapping it out real quick to that new one we just picked up. We just got to find it, and I've already forgotten what it was called. So I've got to scroll through here until I locate them. On death, deal damage to all enemies is still like crazy. We need to actually put that one on somebody. Where was it? Healing tent, blah, 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 blah. AP, healing, healing, healing. Have I passed it like 3 or 4 times? That's possible. What the heck? Hold on. Wait. Wait a second. Hold on. Where is it? Let's just scroll through them one at a time until we see it. 50% on death, on healing an ally, also give 2 AP. There it is. It's energizing heal. We passed it a couple of times. And then on death, who's died the most? It's got to be our fellow Verso here. I think Verso has died so many times. Free aim, damage. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's see. What was it called? Death Bomb. Yeah, he's getting Death Bomb. Excellent. Okay, back into the waters we go. So this is a place where we can go underwater, but he doesn't have that ability yet, so presumably we get that later. Well, no, we definitely do. I don't need to presume anything. It's just like a... It's almost certainly guaranteed. Okay, this guy's just hanging out here, guarding a tent. Should we be fighting them? Is there something special about these guys who are hanging out on the beaches? Should we not just be running past them? Is he trying to get me? Is he acknowledging my existence? Normally on the overworld, they don't seem to really care about us at all. We'll give it a go. We'll give it a crack. He just looks like a regular guy. I don't imagine it'll be a difficult fight. He's purple. He's a chromatic jar. That makes him unique. Well! Do not send in the reserve team. No. Absolutely not. This was I deserve more follow. Thank you, son. I appreciate it. That was brutal. We're carrying on from that. Did that continue on that direction? I don't even know. He's unique. Okay. We'll come back and we'll fight him later. We just have this list. We need to have like an active list of people we're coming back to fight at a later date. So here we are back at the original Gestural Beach, the first one that we went to, and that was a good time. But there are more. Also, that is the longest roll of thunder I've ever heard in my life. How much longer is this meant to go on? Let me check real quick. I'm still nervous about falling trees and things. Hold on just a second, I'm having to reply to a family member. Okay, sorry about that. Had someone asking me if a message from the DMV was real. There's been this horrible run of these texts going to people about how if they don't pay their toll fees, then they're going to lose their license. And like everyone in my life has been getting these, and they're very obviously fake, but I'm the one who has to field them for whatever reason. All right, so we've determined Gestural Beach, cool, fun place. What is this guy? This is just a fella on the overworld? Is this like actually... Hold on, wait. What is this? Have we been in here? We haven't been here before. Hidden Gestural Arena. You're telling me. We only just noticed it. Well, let's see what this is all about. It seems like it's going to be combat focused. So that'll be a good time. If it's combat focused, let's think about this for a second, okay? Sile, I love you. I think you got some great stuff going for you. Let's get our healer in if we're about to go into an arena-style combat. Although they tend to be one-on-one, don't they, the Gestrals? So we might just be sending... oh, yeah. Okay. I think we're fighting this guy. You're not like a lost kid on your own, are you? That we need to bring back into the party? Oh, we can actually talk to this guy. Throw a punch at me and I'll snap one of your fingers like a twig. That's unfortunate. Apparently that takes about as much force as it takes to snap a baby carrot. So have you ever wondered if you could actually bring yourself to bite your finger? Could you break your own finger? If you can bite into a baby carrot, you can do it.
Welcome, stranger, to our top-secret Gestural fighting camp. We got not off you can still run away, you cowards.
Show us what you got, weakling.
Who will fight?
Obviously, Mael. Only the correct option.
And who will destroy you?
Oh, we have like a bunch of different options. We've fought the Colossus before, I'm pretty sure. I think we fought all of these individuals. Is there a benefit to fighting them again? Maybe they're tougher this time. Nice for them to let me have the first go of things. A mistake on their part, but nice of them to do it. Is this just an opportunity to redo these fights?
Well played, you deserve this.
So we do get that 100% critical chance while fighting alone. Oh. Well, for the remainder of this, you know, if we're going to be doing here, staying here fighting these guys, seems like we ought to have that. 2 AP on damaging a marked target once per turn. 1 AP on battle starts. We're going to swap that. Plus 2 AP on auto shell. We're going to get rid of auto shell. And we're going to grab that new one, which I've already forgotten what it was called. But presumably, if we just scroll through here till we find one with that last stand critical, 100% chance while fighting alone, that's the one. Attribute that, and then when we go into the next round, she'll be ready to deal a crit right out the gate on Bertrand Big Hands. This is going to be great. Oh, I'm excited about this. Okay. He gets the first go. That's fine. Was that our crit? Was that our last stand crit? Good job, everyone. Excellent work. Oh, this is great. It's good to do something where you feel overpowered, like you can do anything. Gain rush if fighting alone. Also fantastic. Should we equip that to her as well? I mean, just for right now, while we're doing these, should we just go ahead and attribute them, or collect them as we go? Gain rush while fighting alone. What was it called? Where did it go? Why do I not see it anymore? It'll be, let's see, energizing break, jump, counter. It'll probably have a similar, there it is, accelerated last stand, or accelerating last stand. I'm assuming we're going to get one of these each time, so that when we go into the final fight with Julian Tiny Hands, we'll be ready to go. Dominic Giant Feet. Oh, I messed that up. Oh, I messed that up real bad. That's okay.
Precision.
Not as much damage as I would have liked. If that's the same attack, we're ready this time. No, we're not. Not at all. It's getting worse. I mean, we're not going to lose. Don't get me wrong. I seem to remember fighting this exact same guy and having the exact same problems with him before. Just, like, struggling to actually, like, block his attacks. Let's just dodge. Well, you know what? Even though the timing doesn't have to be perfect, it still needs to be better than that. Oh, he gets a second go, does he? There we go. And it was perfect that time as well, so it could have been a parry. All right. Is he currently burning? He's not even burning.
Flames on me.
See, that we would have been hit by that. It's a good thing we dodged instead. And there we go, everyone. There we go. Excellent job. It got a little dicey there in the middle. Well played, you deserve this. So, protecting, gain shell of fighting alone. Again, yeah. Just go ahead and immediately stick that on her. And I remember what it was called this time, and also it's right there. Energizing start. Yeah, no, we don't need that anymore. We're gonna go with protecting last stand. And let's go. Right into the fight. We are going to fight Julian Tiny Hands. He looks ridiculous. I mean, his hands aren't that small. He does a fake out right at the start. He did a fake he got me. He got me with it. I fell for it like a chump. Come on, big fella. Okay. Well, he didn't do a fake that time. He just actually attacked me. And I tanked all the hits. Let's do a regular attack. Or should we heal? Let's be smart about it. That's a revive tent. Let's heal.
That's better. Ready to parry.
There we go. Now we're back in action. Now we're back in the groove. Oh, no. There was more than one punch that time. It probably even said it was a combo. I wasn't looking at the screen. Well, I know I was looking at the screen. I just wasn't reading the full screen. Okay, I'm ready this time. It looks like a regular attack. No mention of a combo.
From fire.
Okay, come on, bad boy. I'm ready for your attack. I'm ready. Oh, buddy!
Ready to parry.
He got me again! He got me again with the feint! Good for him. I was kind of hoping that would finish him off. If he hits us one more time, we lose. Which is exactly what he did. Alright, Tiny Hands. I'll give you this. You fight well. Yeah, I realize I failed. Thank you, game. Listen, do it again. No, I'm ready this time. We're ready. We know what to expect. Bring in Tiny Hands.
Let's dance.
Immediately off to a better start. Much, much better start.
Finesse and precision.
Okay, let's pay attention to what it says he's going to do. Okay, it just says attacks. Oh, yeah, this is going so much better. For some reason, he starts getting two turns in a row here. I guess probably because he has a higher speed modifier than we do.
Precise strike. On me.
Oh, this is like... This was flawless. It's not over yet. It is now, though. Like, it is now. Let's go, everyone. Flawless, perfect combat encounter. Well played, you deserve this. You managed to beat everyone here, well done. Now, get out of my sight. Deal 50% more damage if fighting alone. Now, that one is also pretty useful. I don't know if we're going to keep all of these equipped to Mael right now. Like, they're useful if she, like, you know, falls in battle. I'll tell you what. Has she actually mastered them all already? It looks like yes, indeed. They've all been mastered. Let's swap out this one for that last one we got. 50% more damage. And then we'll swap these out for... let's see. What's not equipped by other people? Deal 50% damage if health is 10% or below. We might as well just select things that we haven't already like unlocked as Luminas, just so we can have them unlocked later on. Deal 50%, but can't be healed. No. Well, take 50% less damage, but can't be healed. Temporarily, until we finish like 3 combat encounters and we have it learned as a Lumina, we'll go ahead and keep that one equipped for the time being. Also, let's check in and get a quick heal. Maybe have a look at our attributes. We've got quite a bit to spend on everyone. Deal more damage, please. We're going to save some of his. We're not going to spend all of them right now. There we go. We'll come back later and spend the rest of them. I don't want to spend everything in one go because I kind of want to keep experimenting with the characters and figure out where their strengths and weaknesses are, and have the ability to come back and dump a few extra points if we find out that it's like absolutely needed. So cool. So now we know that we can just run past the place multiple times, and if we don't turn around and look, there might be something hidden right there that we didn't see before, which makes me wonder how many more of those are there around the world. Also, I expected that to be like a little gestural fella, and no, it was just the gestural hidden area. What else have we potentially missed? We've seen this beach before. We couldn't figure out how to access it. We might have to go through whatever this region is to get over to there. What is this? So that's like a whole other little thing up there at the top of that mountain. And there's something over here. And then there's all of this over here. No, we've already gone to this shore. We've not gone like all the way up and tried to find our way around into here, where I'm still convinced that's something right there. The temptation is to just go back out to sea and go see what we can see out at sea. I'm sure there must be other little hidden mysteries around here we've not thoroughly explored. Other little things we've not seen. Hey, thank you for the follow over on Kick there, Wizard. Thank you for joining the party. We've been on this island before, right? Or at least we've seen it from a distance. Yeah, this is kind of where we started the stream. See, that looks like a beach we could get onto right across the way there. We already know there's something up there. I don't know. I feel like we'll head to that later. Let's head back this way. I don't know how much of the plot we'll end up consuming or pursuing today even. Well, you could say we're consuming it as well. Definitely heading to a beach here with a fella who we might be able to buy things from if we hadn't thrown all our money into a fountain for no reason. Yet. There might be a reason later on. Is there anything we can do with these maybe later? They're all over the place. There's also a region here as well. Dismount, let's have a chat with this fella. What you selling, man? I care for some good items. We got a braid, and we got short and curly hair. For $1,000 each. Take them both, obviously. Let's have a look at how those... Who do those go on? Were those both for Sizel? Or Siel, I should say? At least one of them was. Yeah, okay. Short and curly. Oh boy, that is a look. I still feel like with her, like we've been working the vintage. I think I actually like the ponytail more. We might stick ponytail for the time being. And then, what, was the other one hers? Let's see. No, who got the other hairdo? Then we just unlocked 2 of them? Oh, no, it was, yeah, braid. Oh. Oh. Okay. Kind of cute. We're gonna stick with the flower for now, though. It's fun and beachy. It's beachy keen. Anything back there? No. So what do we reckon is through this portal? What is awaiting us? What is this place called? Stone Wave Cliffs Cave. Well, that just sounds like a place where you'd find a music disc. That doesn't sound like it's going to be an explorable. It is an explorable. It goes to show you what I know. Not much. Holy smokes, this place is extensive. This is like a proper region, is what we've just found. This reminds me of the place with all the trees where we kept getting killed by orphans. Yeah, let's just carry on then. There's a guy at the end of it. A very large gentleman with pink rocks sticking out of his back. Maybe the region's not as big as I thought. Maybe it's just like a straight pathway to him. It all leads to Big Pink Fella. We've had so many encounters with random guys that we've had to bail on today. It feels like a stream of failures, to be honest with you. A stream of failures within a stream.
Great.
I don't know if I want to get into it with another random guy just to die again, you know? Is this the route? This can't be the route. There was another route back there. It probably is what we're supposed to be doing. A route in a thiswardly direction. Just duck down and crawl. Ooh. Up? Maybe we can, like, go up here and get the jump on him. Just, like, dive on him from above. Screaming some kind of battle cry. Oh, here we go. Alright. I see one right up there. Right out the gate. That was easy. There's the second one right over there. Ooh, come on. There we go. We're just looking for the third. You feel like it would be back here somewhere. And it is. Was it all worth it in the end? What are we getting out of this? Oh, a chroma elixir. All right. I like that. Now, how do we get down there? I feel like jumping is probably not the move. I mean, obviously, we can jump to, like, right here. Well, actually, the game won't let me. I was going to say we could jump down to that platform. I do see a grappling point over there. I'm wondering if that's how we're supposed to get across. Probably. Seems likely. Be really cool if you could jump in on him from above, though. I mean, there'd be no benefit to it. Unless you could jump on him and, like, land on his head and deal damage. There'd be no other benefit to it. I think we probably are just supposed to go to the end of this thing and then grapple to there. Yep, and here he is. But do we have to fight him? He certainly seems to know we're here, and we can't really seem to get... Oh, shoot. Shoot him! Okay, initiate the combat. I think we could have ran. I think we might have been able to get behind him, but I think we're going to fight the chromatic Hexka.
Careful, Verso.
He's powering up. His power's emanating from his crystals. Okay. Can we, like, out the gate use breaking rules to get rid of all of his shields? Yes, we can. So he's susceptible to attacks now. The temptation is to shoot the crystals, but it doesn't look like that does anything. What about the blue glowing bits? Well, he's burning at least. That's something. Do we have any abilities now that we've done all of that? Yeah, make him burn worse. Make him burn so much.
Let's carve a path.
And then what do we do? Is there, like, a trick to this? I feel like shooting the crystals seemed like an idea to me. Like, if we shoot the crystals, maybe we prevent him from doing some kind of special attack. That did not seem to do anything. I guess at the gate, we'll do this. Those deal a bunch of damage, by the way, in case you were curious. Oh, wait, didn't we put the ability on her where she can't heal now? I think we did. I think we did do that. That's unfortunate. Should have thought about changing that before we started the combat encounter, eh? That would have been a good idea. Kind of forgot that we did that. Kind of have a lot of regrets now. Just gonna have to press on with our lives, I guess.
Brace yourself.
What are you doing, buddy? That's how you're gonna spend your turn? Strange power emanates from his crystals. See, now it's glowing orange. Shooting it didn't really have any effect. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not anything we can do. Off to fantastic start. What can you do? What do you want to do? Yeah, try to increase your perfection.
Fast.
Try to get that up a little bit. Let's see what this guy's going to do. There's no great sort of sound cues for this one. The other girl has ally healing as well. If she does, I don't reckon we've unlocked it yet for her. I'll have to go back and double check. Okay, do this. No, wait, I meant to do the other ability because this is going to be wasted. Because he's got his shield up. Big dumb energy. I don't think we can heal her because of the thing we put on her. Yeah, no healing done. Why don't we just... Oh, we can't flee either. I was going to say, why don't we just flee, swap out Mael's Pictos that we've got applied to her for the moment. But no, not going to work. Maybe we can. Maybe she can heal herself if she takes a potion. But I definitely feel like the way the Picto described it is that she can't be healed at all. Did it say healed by allies? Or did it just say cannot be healed at all? Also, I completely forgot this guy's still got a shield on him. At least one of those attacks landed on his body. Good, everyone's dead. That's what we want to see. That's how we wanted that to go. So we can hit no, and then fix Mael to be able to actually deal damage and take heals. That was fun and all. Don't get me wrong. What was it? Confidence? Take 50% less damage, but can't be healed. Yeah, cool as that is, right? Just get rid of it. What else have we got? No longer gain AP on parry. Gain 1 AP on getting hit. 100% critical chance while fighting alone. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal either 50% or 200% of its damage. You know what? Why not? Honestly. Why not? That could prove to be interesting. It does mean that her biggest, heaviest attacks, might deal half damage. but it also means that our biggest, heaviest attacks might be able to deal a staggering amount of damage. It is roulette is what it is. You know, we might win, we might lose. It's gambling. It's not good. It's probably a bad call. We're doubling down on it, though. We're just going to double down on it. We're going to try to fight this guy again. I feel like we've walked away from so many difficult fights during this stream that we really do need to double down and just try to defeat a guy. So, yep, this is the party we're going in with. I was going to say, we're going to shoot him and try to, like, get around here and collect some of this stuff.
Nice.
50% damage if exhausted. Here's the thing. We don't even actually have to fight him. Because we've gotten everything here now.
Constantine, theoretically of the 54th. We're born into a social contract, the terms of which are preset. We can neither negotiate nor decline. Our very first breath, that first wail as an infant, was deemed our consent. Before we can speak, before we even understand what it is that we're born into, we're bound. Lumiere operates a certain way. It favours a certain group and a certain outcome. And if you question the Council, well, the Council is going to question you. Push too hard to change things, and you just might end up on the next expedition. So, nothing ever changes. They just send us out to die, dissent us, and the status quo continues. At least out here, I don't have to pretend anymore. I don't bear the others any ill will. They have good intentions. But I'm not here for the painters. I'm here to build a new Lumiere.
Interesting. Very interesting. Wonder how that went for him. Oh, and this guy's chill now. He like doesn't even seem to acknowledge that we're here anymore. He's just like completely chill. And it looks like we can leave through this alternative entrance. I mean, look, we're going to go back in and try to fight him again. But what's on the other side? Oh, this is just back the way we came. That's odd, because that was a completely different way in and out. I kind of assumed it would let out somewhere else. Should we go fight him again? I'm guessing he probably has, like, really good drops. Or we could just abandon him again. Another in a long line of bad guys we've come across that we've just not fighting. Because I can't be bothered today. It's one thing if it is like a boss enemy that's necessary for the plot. Obviously, I'll plot away at that as much as possible, or as much as I have to. This looks like another Gestural Beach. But most of these guys just like in the overworld, most of these side characters. It's the difference between if I was playing the game in my own time and you know, me streaming. If I was playing the game in my own time, I'd still be fighting those Orphinas until I defeated them. Because I'm stubborn, and I will happily spend 3 hours just, like, grinding a boss until he's dead. But I have this compulsion when I'm on a live stream to be like, okay, we've been doing the same thing for 30 minutes. Let's go do a different thing. Let's change up the scenery a little bit. How many times can people listen to me make excuses for why we've died, right? To be fair, I try not to make excuses. I try to acknowledge when I'm just bad and not doing things correctly. Welcome to the Gestural Beach Rafting Volley Club. That sounds fun. I don't know what that means. What should we do here? This is a place I built to share my passion for volleyball. You will go on the rafts behind me and play volleyball with one of my creations. I captured a few baby Gestrals we can use as balls. Baby Gestrals. I asked for their consent. They all said yes. Right. Anyway, my creations will shoot baby Gestrals at you, and you should throw them back. You're a warrior, aren't you? So use your attack to throw them back. And I'll reward you with amazing stuff if you win. Pardon? Can I tell him yes? Can I tell him to do it? Let's beach raft volley. Which sakapate do you want? Yeah, the weakest. I see. You're not exactly brave. It's our first time. We got to figure out how it works. Use RB to throw back Gestrals to destroy the enemy raft. Okay. Wait. Not good. Am I not doing this right? It did say right bumper, right? To throw them back? Was I supposed to be like... Was I supposed to catch them first? Probably. I thought I was supposed to like bop them back. Let's play again. Yeah, the weakest. Let's go. Let's see what happens if we actually, like, catch the guy. Use RB to throw the Jestrels back and destroy the enemy raft. Nope. I guess we are supposed to, like... There, no. We got one of them. Listen, it's all about timing. I think we got to do it right as they start zooming in towards us, because we got a couple of them in there. Just keep hitting the buttons. At least we don't have to jump out to the raft. We better get something good out of this. Music's great. Nope, definitely waiting too long. There we go. It is like as soon as they start zooming. Darn it. Oh! I didn't realize he'd bop it back at me. I think I get the whole ideal now, and I think that this time we're going to ace it real easy like. I think we're going to walk right in here, waltz right in here, knock it out in a single go. It's going to be no problems whatsoever. Okay. Oh, gosh. Remember what I said earlier about, like... There we go. There we go! Yes! Come on, baby! Waited too long on that one. We almost had him. I think you also need to be facing towards him. Which, you know, feels like it should be, like, obvious. We're gonna go again, because I think we've definitely got it. Because he was one away. He was one away! We got you, big boy. Nope. Sucked. Wait, why are you facing the wrong direction? Yeah! Once again, we've made it to within like one little Jestrel, one little baby Jestrel. What are the tougher ones like? Do they just hit harder? Like one hit and your raft is down? Come on, big boy. Okay, so it doesn't look like the angle you're facing actually matters, so much as you're in the right sort of general vicinity. And you hit before they, like, get too close. You gotta kind of like, yeah, we did it! Yes! Oh, I did win. Thank you for acknowledging that. I get a reward. Oh, wonderful. Resplendent Chroma Catalyst. Wait a minute. No, we gotta do the next one. You gotta let me fight the normal one. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, he's a big fella. He's a big fella. I'm ready. He's got more damage. I see he's got just more health is how it works out. So he probably does the same amount of damage. Run! Run! He's on fire! I wonder what happens if you, like, the... Oh, no! We're getting multiples of them. That's unfortunate. Do the burning ones do more damage? This is what the stream has become. It's become mini-games. We're doing it again. Yeah, the normal. Wait, no, hold on. I think I accidentally selected the easy one. Oh, I did. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. We're doing a practice round. We've already beaten him once. Should be easy to do it again. If we can't beat this guy again, do we have any shot of defeating the normal one? So far, no. You really need to be, like, on the mark. Which is, I think, where we're getting this wrong. That's fine. We didn't really want to do that again anyway. We had already completed that one. Let's go! One more time. If we can actually ace the normal one in just one go. Okay, I think the first time he attacked here first. Nope. We got one to return to him. It's just the timing. I don't have the timing down right. That's all it is. This actually makes for great parry training, though. I did mention before I wish there was a way to, like, just train parrying. And that's pretty much what we've got here. Now, it's a little ways into the game before you unlock this, but it does work really well for the task. No! We had him so close! We destroyed his little huts and everything! That's where his family was. Why does he keep his whole family out there on that little raft? Doesn't make any sense. Why does he put all their lives at risk doing these little mini-games? I don't understand him at all. I was getting better at the timing, though. They reach their arc, and then right at the end of that arc is when you want to go. I can't quite make it back to them, though. Oh, get to the explosive one! Ugh! No! We was within one! I think you have to ignore, like, if there's a fiery one in the air, you might have to ignore whatever you're in the middle of doing and go for that one instead. I'm fully invested in this now. This is all that matters. All those boss fights that we failed, none of them matter. None of that matters. Progressing the plot, none of that matters. It's all about baby gestural volleyball. Oh, jeez. Immediately not a good sign. 3 in a row that we've missed. I'm just assuming we're going to miss that one. How do you get within one and then immediately cook the next one? Here's the thing, though. I've got confidence in us. Not that again! There's no way. There's no confirmation. So if you accidentally flick the button and you select the first one again, you're just in, and there's no way out. As far as I can tell, can you quit this? There's no quitting. You just have to see it through. Oh well, practice time, I guess. Best game we've had so far. Yeah, thank you. I can play again anytime, I'm aware. Okay, let's be very careful about our button presses here. Make sure it selects the normal one. Not get carried away. What is the hard one going to look like? Because you know we're doing it next. Sometimes you just have to accept that some of them are going to make it. Yes! Let's go! You won. You deserve this reward. Ooh, is that yet another swimsuit unlocked also for Lune? That looked like a swimsuit for her. Swimsuit number 2. Why does she get all the swimsuits? Does she just have like swim energy? We'll have to see the backside of it. I think we're gonna wear this one a little bit longer. We're gonna stay in this one for at least a minute. Yeah, let's try the strongest one. Only the strongest will survive. This guy's got a lot of health. I don't know about this. No! Ugh! Ooh, buddy. We're halfway there, but also we're about to die. No, I didn't even see him! Oh, no! Oh. Oh, no! Surprisingly, we did okay at the beginning, though. We did okay at the beginning. Let's go again. Yeah, okay, so what's happening there I think because I'm like not hitting. Maybe D-pad problems. I don't know. I don't want to blame the controller. I think I just have fat thumbs that aren't hitting the buttons properly. All right, we're ready this time. We're ready this time. We can't. Ah! There's a cooldown. I'm just like spamming it, trying to go again. But if you get out of rhythm, you're cooked. You can't get back into rhythm. So if you don't get that first one down, you're not getting the next of them. You see what I mean? Do you see that right there? Like I went down one and it like jumped to the next one. It like jumped back up. You gotta be careful on that screen. You regret completing the game without completing the regions. Yeah. I'm kind of glad we decided to, like, not progress. Because when I logged in, all I wanted to do after the end of the last stream was progress the plot. Yeah, we've immediately cooked it. Didn't hit any of them. All I wanted to do was progress the plot and see what happened next. And I'm glad that we decided to take a second and go do beach content. Why does that happen? You can watch it back in slow motion. It bounces back up every time. But only on the first one. I feel like the first round, we made it so far. We're not giving up. We're doing every time on that screen. When you hit down on the first option, it jumps back up to the top one. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a bug in the game or what, but it doesn't do it after that. No, too early. Way too early. No! 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 So close again. So close again. So you don't actually have to be standing on the pads, it doesn't look like. Watch this. You ready? It resets it to the top one. All I'm doing is hitting the down button. I think it is a game. I think the game is like not finished loading that screen by the time I hit the down button, so it like resets the cursor or something. Not really relevant to like the game we're trying to play here. I think you do have to have decent aim though. No! Oh, we can get off that first bar of health real quick. We can zoom right through that every time. Watch, we're gonna do it again. What we're gonna do next time is when this screen loads, we're gonna give it a beat. We're gonna give it a beat to finish loading in before we hit the down button. I think I found the one flaw in this game. If you go through the menus too quickly, they revert you. My fingers are, like, my hand is sweatier now than it's been throughout any of the boss fights. Yeah, so we're out of sync now. Cause there's so much wind up, you can't get back into it. You gotta nail it basically. Okay, here we go. Okay. And then we go down. And okay, yeah. I think it's just if you go too fast on that screen, it's like doing some sort of background loading that catches up and reverts you. No! No! If one of them slips past your defenses, because those do deal double damage, which makes them essential for defeating this guy in order to get his health down. I'm gonna hold down the run button this time. Nah, way too early. Oh, see? I lose track of them. No! Run! 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 Oh! No! He was 2 away! Ah, I need something to squeeze! I need to get me one of those little, like, those anger management little fellas. You squeeze them and their eyes pop out. I need like, a vessel to contain my rage. If you just tap the down button 4 times, by the way, you can get down there, no problems. Maybe holding down sprint was helping? I don't know. I think if we hadn't lost track of where they were in the air. Nope, see, that's bad news right there, right out the gate. Nope, I'm out of sync now. What is all those other vessels on his ship? What purpose do they serve? Do those just act as like defenses? I guess so. I guess they're just there to absorb attacks. I think this is it. I think this is the one. I'm not even looking at where she is anymore. No! 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 I got out of sync. Because there's no way to cancel. You just have to wait till the animation completes, and you can't go again until the animation completes. So if you got 3 of them coming at you in rapid succession, and you get the first one wrong, you just have to skip the second one, so you can reset on the last one. If that made any sense. See, right there. Has now cooked my ability to get that one, but I can reset on this one. I think there's an element of randomness to it too, because he doesn't do the same pattern every time. And if you get one where he starts right in the middle, and he just yeets a bunch of them down center, it's a whole lot easier to get started. As opposed to if he just immediately starts sending them in all different directions. Because, like, there's a reset you gotta do. I don't wonder if we could just, like, stand in the middle, though. Like, do we actually need to move? That's a poor example of the question. We're gonna have to do it again and actually test it. But I'm not even sure if you need to move on the raft. You might be able to stay on the raft in the middle. If that's the case, that saves a lot of time from having to run around. If we could just stand kind of in the middle. That didn't work, but that also didn't work. I'm thinking you have to move around. I'm thinking you have to move around. None of those were in sync, though, is the problem. Like, I did not time them right. I have to, like, actually get the timing right in order to determine whether or not my theory about being able to stand in the middle holds any water. You know what else holds water? The raft when it sinks. Which has happened many times now. Who's paying for these rafts? Does this guy have insurance on these, or does he have to rebuild them for each game? If it's a competition, can you bring your own raft? Is that why his raft is so much bigger? Is it like a family heirloom raft? Can you get sponsors for this? Is this raft brought to you by, like, Goodyear tires or something like that? Does that work? Sunoco Racing Fuel? Is the Home Depot bring you this raft? I don't know if they have businesses like that. Do Gestrels, they trade. They trade in, like, Chroma and whatnot. We've already discussed that with them. Of course they do. They've got traders all over the world who will sell you random costumes and things. And hairstyles. Somehow they trade hairstyles. When you buy a hairstyle from a Gestrel, you're actually just paying them to do your hair. Nobody say a word. Darn it. That's what I was worried about. Don't psych yourself out, Rees! Oh! I'm wiping. I'm not touching my breasts. I'm wiping my hands from all the sweat. We won. You deserve this reward. Oh, it's another outfit. Another swimsuit. You got anything else for me? Is that it? That's it. We're done. Oh, everybody. Let's put that on Sizel here. Let's you get your own swimsuit now. It's the same. It's the same. Does she wear it as well though? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not quite as well, but yeah. Oh man. That took everything out of me. That was an investment. That felt more difficult than any boss battle we've been doing. That, I'll tell you what, that felt like the most challenging thing we've ever done in all our lives. I feel like I can die with some sense of completion, some sense of accomplishment in my life now. Pats on the back all around, and honestly, good work. Good. That was a team effort. Okay, that required everyone's involvement, everyone's engagement. Oh, so it doesn't look like we can go any further this direction.
Let us get
because there's some sort of sickly coral growing up all over the place that I'm assuming we can't break through yet. But probably at some point SK will get the ability to, maybe. I don't know. Well, that's cool up there, little floating island. Let's have a look at the map again now that we've done a bit more exploration. We found the Gestural Beach, and we found we can't go further than this, which is a tragedy. We're very close to where we're supposed to be, actually. There's all of this up here, though, too. I kind of want to just keep exploring. We might save story progression for next time. So there's Gestural Beach. Here's another little beach where we've got possibly some kind of chroma. Oh, a Picto. Healing an ally also applies rush for 1 turn. That's pretty cool. I can see that being very useful. Got some randos here, but we've also got a cliff that we can explore. All right, what are the odds we're about to get another music disc? Let's see what the name of this place is. Paintings Workshop. Danger. For those who come after, indeed. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to go deal with danger. We'll have a look inside. At least we can say we went there and had... Oh. Painting Workshop. It's a jumpy puzzle. It said danger, though, so is there going to be a fight inside the jumpy puzzle? Or is this just like a very difficult jumpy puzzle? Maybe the danger is that if you fall, it's game over, and you have to restart the game from the beginning. You fall and you just wake up on Lumiere again? Can you imagine how brutal that would be? Oh no, this looks like a boss arena is what this is. Oh, it's just the boy. Hey, buddy. A lost soul adrift in twilight. Her paintbrush wielded darkness, and from it, a monster emerged. She wove her spite into the canvas, birthing a horror to plague my nights. Your hand holds the power to unweave the terror she wove. You can dissolve the nightmare. Will you help me? What do you mean? Her beasts to tilt the balance, even in her favor ever controlling. Will you help me? Yeah, why not? Remember, light and dark dance together. We got Light of the Beast, a lamp that can be used to awaken the beast. But light must lead. Okay. So I guess we're about to go... Oh, shoot. Well, I guess that was the right thing to do in the end. It worked out. Whether or not it was what was intended. Baby. Taking risks. We're heading to, I guess, awaken this beast that we're probably not going to be able to fight yet again. Another one we're going to end up bailing on, probably, for the time being. It's hideous. Haven't we fought this guy before? I think we fought this exact guy before. I think back here is just the way out. Yeah, that's probably the exit. But what is this? Is this a different exit? Interesting. So we've got a couple of different routes we can go here. And then we got this fella again. A statue of a beast. Do you want to use the light of the beast? I guess. The story of the beast is written. In the depths where shadows sigh, lurks a beast beneath the sky. Still incomplete, its lair closed off. Okay then. I guess we're not going to fight him right now. The temptation is to cross over there, but let's see what this is. Are we going deeper into a painting within a painting? Nope, that just took us out. So, we gotta do the jumpy puzzle at the beginning again now. which I could do without. It'd be great if we had a fast travel point here somewhere. Well, we're off to a swimming start here, aren't we? How fantastic. At least we don't seem to take damage from that or suffer any sort of real long-lasting consequences. From here, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think if we fail any of these jumps now, that's on us. Don't worry, little lost boy. We're figuring it out. Don't worry. You sit tight. You could have explained things a little bit better, but I understand. You're cryptic. No way! Back to the beginning again. Okay, well, I'm going to stop sprinting. I'm going to stop sprinting on the jumps. There we go. Nice, simple jumps. No more sprinting. At least until we get back on solid ground. I think we have to sprint to make that one. Possibly this one as well. This last one up here. Okay, let's not be goofy. Let's just jump across real nice and gentle-like. There we go. Nice and gentle-like. And then... Yep. Perfectly fine. Wonder what's down there. Not for us. Not for us. So we know we can't engage with this thing. And we know that that first... Oh, there is a flag here. There's a flag right here. 0-0. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Hopefully we can we fast travel back to here in the future? Rests for no reason. Maybe the beast is across the way here. Through whatever this is. We can't enter through here. I see the beast. I see him. He's doing some kind of maneuvers up there. He's wiggling his head around. Maybe we're just not meant to be doing this yet. We tried using the light. You don't suppose we could just take this light back to that guy we found in the very first region of the game, huh? Statue of a beast. Remains incomplete. It needs 3 parts. Is that what it said? Why don't we just actually read it? Hold on. Wait, I've had a brilliant idea. It remains incomplete, for it needs 3 parts. Look at that. We can actually read it. Okay. So, what are the 3 parts that it needs? I see these guys. We fought these guys before. I bet you we have to just go find some more stuff in the overworld. I don't think there's anything more for us to do here right now. We'll have to come back here in the future. Fair enough. We will return at a later date. I wonder if it has to do with those white Nevrons we've been finding all throughout the world. The sort of curious ones. Remember there was one in the first world we needed to go find him a more permanent light source, and we kind of never did. Should we double back and do that real quick? Another one of these guys. Don't care for them much, do we? Can we get around behind him? Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, probably. We're very close to where we need to be, so I guess we probably can't go up this river, judging by that, which just leaves these objects over here to investigate very quickly. Don't know if we can...
Let us get wet.
Don't know if we can get around behind this. We'll worry about him later. A lot of crashed ships. A lot of people seem to have made it this far in their expeditions. And no further. That's the big guy. Gonna avoid him. Come over here now. Have a look at what we got. We have not landed on this island before, I don't believe. So whatever is here is going to be new. There's a door, which we know where the doors typically take us. Can we actually go through it, though? Dismount. I'm going to open up a new door inside of the old mansion. Ooh, a study. Cool. What awaits us inside of here, though? Typically, we find things hidden around here. I saw that purple glowing thing. Don't think that I didn't. It's yet again another jumpy puzzle. This game loves its jumpy puzzles. It's a shape of energy. Can be used as a camp to upgrade the energy tent. Interesting. So I guess we'll have more energy tents. Which is nice to have. Is that all there is in this room? I was hoping we'd get like another costume or hairstyle from IL. But alrighty. On we go, then. It's always interesting to see where inside the mansion that's going to let out. So we've opened up 3 doors, I think, maybe 4. Presumably, there's doors throughout the world that are going to open up every door inside the mansion eventually. We'll be able to like fully explore the place. I remember, so when I first found that, I thought it was going to be how we did fast travel. My assumption was that if we needed to go somewhere fast, we'd just go to the closest door and then go through the mansion into the different rooms and come out of in different places. Tragically, no, not how that works. Yeah, I'm not fighting that thing right now. Maybe later. Yeah, hello, buddy. What are you selling? Whose hairstyles have you got today? We got a skirt, which is fun for Lune. Some nice hairstyles for Mael. And some civilian clothing for Mael as well. Okay, well, we've got to have a look at these. I'm not thinking we're going to switch. Wait, hold on. Why is she still wearing that swimsuit? Oh, no, that is the one we put her in. It looked like she was wearing the 2-piece for a second, but I see now that she's definitively wearing a 1-piece. Let's see how she looks in the skirt. Wardrobe's fun. I love playing dress-up. It's a great time. Oh, she looks adorable. I'm going to keep her in this one for now, though. Oh, was it also a new hairstyle for... Was it 2 new things from Mael? It was. So this is the hairstyle we've had for her. This is the vintage. And then this is the civilian outfit. I kind of like the way we had her before, though, with the double braid and everything. It's a cute look. Good to have more options, though. We like to have more options. Glad we found this fella. Continuing on now to the cliffs. And then I do want to double back, because I remembered something from the very first region of the world that I kind of want to go have another look at, have another crack at. Pick that up.
What have we here?
Collecting a lot of colors of Lumina, which I'm not complaining about. Hold on, we've been here before. Wait just a tick. Open up that map. How do we get up here? And then what is that over there? Maybe we can't get up there just yet. Unless it involves going around behind these guys. So we've spawned up here and kind of been in their vicinity. Is that... Yeah. So how we get up there, I'm not sure about yet. I see the portal. I don't reckon if we got off, we could hop up there. I don't even think you can jump on the overworld. So I don't think we're meant to go there yet. The other thing we can find, though, is right along up here. Is it the floating island in the sky? I think we'll probably have to be able to fly before we can get to the floating island in the sky. Yeah, because there's another one of those over here. So we can't quite reach whatever those are yet. And then there's some kind of red thing across the way here. This looks like the kind of... Look at that flying creature. This looks like the kind of place where you'd have a really tough encounter. Like, just judging by the multiple weapons and the big dead guy. And all the baddies. What do we reckon's happening here? Danger? Blade's Graveyard. Maybe we just find a record. It's a record, everyone. That eclipse up there is freaky. So we got Reverence now. It doesn't look like there's anything else to explore or find. These would be cool screens to hide things on. Like if you wanted to just be really cruel and have things hidden out of sight where you can't actually see them, be a great place for it. Onward we go then. So I don't actually want to go to camp is the button I just hit, and that's not what I meant to do. That was a mistake on my part. Now we're just here, and we're just kind of stuck here like this, which is a tragedy. It's not what I wanted, but I guess while we're in the area, we'll swing back by here. We've collected a lot since the last time we were here, and we might as well go ahead and upgrade our expedition resources, because we can upgrade the energy tent and the revive tent. That's fun. Everyone's got a bunch of... we've got 31 colors of Lumina, so we could upgrade everyone to... almost everyone to 30. Well, no. We'll upgrade everyone to 30. We'll hold on to the final 14. I'm assuming there's going to be more party members at some point. Upgrade weapons. She's got a lot of great weapons. We've been using Trebuchem for a while now. I think we will go ahead and spend a single chroma catalyst to upgrade it, because that'll give her like a big power upgrade. And then we haven't really explored her different options. Recover 5% health per foretell applied. That's potentially overpowered. Sun skills always apply 10 foretell, but all damage taken is doubled. Yeah, no, we saw that. That's cool. No. No, just no. Meanwhile, over here, because like we can upgrade some of these to increase their power output and try to match. Ranks can't be lower than C. That's useful. Base attack gives 4 perfection, and parrying gives 2 perfection instead of 1. See, there's no real reason to upgrade this here outside of power level, like increased damage and whatnot. Whereas with these, if we upgrade this one here, can't lose perfection, no damage increase from rank. So you can never lose perfection. Perfection only ever goes up. But there's no damage increasing from the rank. But there's certain abilities that have buffs if you're at different ranks. There's a trade-off from that. If you rank up your perfection to like S tier, you're not dealing more damage, but your abilities have different things they'll do differently. Oh, I don't know if it's a worthwhile trade-off. Meanwhile, can't be lower than rank C. Yeah, upgrade that one. So we can upgrade it again, and we've actually unlocked that ability now. It's dealing a lot less damage still. I think. Hold on. What was this one doing? 330 versus 233. But rank can't be lower than C. Opens up some interesting possibilities. And if we wanted to upgrade it one more time, we'd get it close to 300. This one's dealing 330. It wouldn't be as much of a power loss. Yeah, let's do it. And then we'll actually go in and swap out his weapon. We just have to remember to do that. Might as well upgrade hers, because I've been told, I believe Arthur told me this earlier, this is the best weapon for Mael. So why would we... Oh, I did not mean to close that screen. If we're never going to change out that weapon, if that is truly her best weapon, and I believe it, just based on the fact that I like being in Virtuous Stance, eventually when we get it to level 10, in Virtuous Stance, every burn applied is doubled. Like, that's crazy. I keep hitting the sword button and then backing out for some reason. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and upgrade that. Twice. No, that's the wrong... We're the wrong character. Oh, no. Whatever. Spend them. It's fine. Get her to level 10. So now, in Virtuous Stance, every burn applied is doubled, and we're dealing a lot more damage. We'll find more. It's not that big a deal. It's not some great loss that's going to cause us nothing but pain and suffering in the future and regret and misery. It might. Watch me remember to do the thing I said I was going to do, where we swap out his weapon. No more being anything other than rank C. How fun is that? Let's just go to sleep. I don't think there's any... Can we write in his journal? Can we write in Gustav's journal as this guy? Let's see what he writes. Oh, Mael finds a spot where she can write, so she's taken over. She spends some time writing in Gustav's journal to honor his memory. She tries to write, but is overcome with emotion. She cannot find the words. She hopes Gustav's apprentices will read this journal someday. Mael heads back. Bless her heart. Go to sleep. And let's not accidentally open the camp again. Did it kind of work out to our favor a little bit? Yes. But also not really. Because what I wanted to do was open the map. And it looks like all we've got left to do now is continue to the Forgotten Battlefield. That's how we progress the plot. I wish you could fast travel on this screen. We still don't know how to get to this place. But one thing we are going to do is hop back on Eske and go back to the very first region that you wake up in. And I'll explain why on the way. There was a guy there that we tried to fight that we couldn't. Even though I felt like a couple of times we were close, it was just Lune and Gustav. And they didn't quite have it in them to get the job done. And I wasn't really up to the task in directing their efforts. So we ended up bailing. And I'm wondering, because that's also where we found the first white Nevron. The first chill Nevron. We got him some light. And unfortunately, the light went out. And we never went back to him. We never went and checked in on him. So what I want to do now is I want to double back to that fella. And see if that might be where the other light is located. Or if we can just like locate the other light. Or figure out what it is we're meant to do there. I'm not sure if that has any greater purpose or meaning to it. Also gives us an opportunity to look around here. We've not been back to the first region of the game, assuming we can go back. I think it's right here, right? Spring Meadows. We've not been back in there since the first stream, so it's been at least 10 hours since the last time we were here. And who knows what we missed out on before. Like, look, I didn't even run over here. I didn't even know this was here.
Nice.
Gain power for 1 turn base attack. Well, well, well. How about that? Good thing we came back. Man, the one thing I don't like about streaming on Kick, I haven't mentioned it at all during these last few streams. You get so much just like spam, like advertisements from different people who are offering to like sell you chatters or sell you bots. And I used to be like real vigilant and like block them as soon as they came through on previous streams. And I've gotten a bit lackadaisical here recently. I'm gonna double down again. I'm gonna start removing these people. So we're on Kick. Like, this is just, it's so irritating. Like, get out of here. Can you actually, like, ban this person? Is that possible? Yeah, ban. It's not even, like, a real account. It's a bot account, and I know that. It irritates me to see, like, something pop up over there, and I'm like, oh, a chat. And I go to read it, and it's just someone being like, I'll power up your stream with buying our bots. Like, no, thank you. I don't want to buy your bots. All right? I would rather stream to one person on every platform, 3 people total, than stream to robots who aren't real. You know, that's just depressing. No thank you. I'll pass on that. We've been down here. I know where we are now. Let's fight this guy. This could be a fun blast from the past. It feels, it's not been that long since we were here. Like I said, about 10 hours. But it feels like an eternity has passed. I expected to deal way more damage with those attacks. I guess I don't really know why. There we go. Okay, I know. We're overpowered. Yeah. And there we are. Knocked it out. Knocked it right out. That's more of how I expected it to go. So we got to fall back. I think around here is where we ended up. Did we go under this bridge? I'm pretty sure he's like right back here. We're not going to stop and fight everything. If there were more... What did we end up finding for him? We found something that burned. I can't remember what it was. If there's more of it to find, I would have expected us to have already found it. So it's got to be something else somewhere else. Let's go talk to him again and see what he says. Here he is. Hey, bud. You got any comments for us? I see now the path I must follow. Well, good luck with that. We'll be on our way. Oh! We don't actually have to get him more light. I assumed that we had to go find him a brighter light, and clearly I was just wrong. So it turns out that had nothing to do with it. We're still going to hop down here and go try to fight that guy, though. Which, by the way, this level is so much shorter. Just running backwards, I can't believe we've already made it this far. It seemed much larger before. We fought this guy? I think we fought this guy and ran past him before already. Yeah, this just leads to nothing. Can we hop down there? No. Oh, hello. Oh dear, we're in this combat encounter now because there was a barrel. We ran headlong into a barrel. What a barrel of fun, right? I was gonna say, it wouldn't shock me if some of these shots just like wiped everyone out. Holy smokes, we just filled up our stains. We've got all the stains. If anyone's left after this next volley, she can unleash a heck of an attack on him, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Other than him, I forget he can dodge. There's a purple thing behind them, by the way. Yeah, I've never been good at that. Thing is, he's flying. So we might as well just shoot him. Because we're not going to hit him with our big attack anyway, our mayhem attack. Where's the thing on the ground? There was a purple thing on the ground behind them. If you're in a fight like that, and there's a purple thing on the ground, does it not actually represent a purple thing in the real world? Can you potentially go collect that purple thing? Can we get a telekinesis ability that allows us to collect things off the ground, I wonder? That would be cool. I would appreciate that. I'd be a big fan of that. Okay, right down here is where that guy was that we couldn't defeat before. I'm ready to go wipe the floor with him. But also, I feel like we need to try to explore a bit more, because I don't think I was as good at spotting things. Yeah, like, look at this. There's chroma right here. We would have run right past this before and not noticed it. Who knows what might be hidden around these parts. I can't wait to defeat this guy, get around behind him, and find out that there's just nothing there worth their value, and that doubling back was a waste of time. But it was right about in here. Him right there. That guy. Couldn't defeat him. Struggled. It looks like there's just chroma behind him is all it is. Well, let's do it. You know, at least we can go back to stream 1 and say at least, hey, we got the guy. Shoot him his big head. Shooting guys at the start of combat encounters hasn't really been as big a deal as I thought it would be when I started this. It seemed like that was kind of a big deal. Defeat a boss without taking any damage. That guy's a boss? He was a boss. Well, now we know. At least he was supposed to be a challenge. Interesting indeed. Chroma Catalyst. All of that just to come back here and do that. Worth it. Worth it. I'd like to go back to my former self at the beginning of the game last week. Give myself a pat on the back and a congratulations and a job well done. I don't think there was anything else left back here. I'm pretty sure we aced every other... Oh, hold on. There's a purple thing back there. Is that like a new object, or is that an object we just didn't get last time? Hold on. Stop right there. Color Blumina. I don't think those just reappear in the world. I don't believe. Yeah, I think we can head out now. I don't think there's any reason to, like, linger. We can head over to the indigo tree and then just waltz out the world, if I'm not mistaken. Good on us, though. There's another purple object up here. They must respawn then, right? Yeah. Or we never figured out how to get up there to it. That's also possible. I would assume it would be back here somewhere. Okay, no. Is it not like a secret passage through the moss? Do we have to go up and then drop back down? That seems possible. Like through this moss right here? No? It's also not moss, it's just leaves. Can we not actually get back there? There it is right there. Can we from up here see where we would need to go? There's a path leading over there. This is the exit, though. How are you supposed to get down to that? 33. This is where the message was that we found that sent us on our way. There is no way down from up here. So wait, how do you get down there? No, wait, we've just found a very intriguing mystery here, folks. We just found a really intriguing mystery. We're going to try to figure this out. We're going to suss it out. We're going to Sherlock Holmes this. Da-da-da-da. Da-da. Immediately Pink Panther. You know, like Sherlock Holmes. Big Pink Panther fan. Da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun-da-dun. How to get to. Going up and then coming around made sense. There's no other routes, as far as I can tell. I wish you had a map for, like, when you're in the game, like when you're in a level. That would be handy. It can't be, it can't be hopping around. That can't be what you do. Maybe it's further back. But then again, we ran through all of this before, and we didn't see any alternative routes. Unless it starts way back here somewhere, and then goes around behind the mountain and all that, which it just doesn't, right? Let's go and fight this guy real quick. It won't be long. And there's something behind him as well that I want to try to get my hands on. This guy, his shots don't seem to be as powerful as everybody else's. Because it kind of seems like everyone else is able to one-shot these guys. He takes a couple. But also there's no reason for us to end our turn. I have now realized when fighting these guys. Yeah, I don't believe I didn't get this before. Another Chroma Catalyst. I don't believe that for a second. Can we hop? Can we go? Yeah, it's just these fellas again. Oh, dear. Dodged! Dodged! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on, this looks like something. Is there a way to clear these, like, blockades away? Maybe later on in the game? Maybe there's a way to, like, go back to previous levels? I don't know that. I'm just saying it would make sense. If you can go back to previous levels and clear away some of these things, like blocking passages? Or is this just not really a passageway? Getting back and looking at it, that just looks like something you'd be able to at some point in the game break. We cannot currently shoot it. What about somebody else with a more powerful weapon? I think Gustav is the only one with an actual gun, is the only thing. So no, we can't get rid of it. It looks like you should be able to get past it, though. I'm not sure how you would go about doing it, but I bet you get rid of that, and then you can get around behind there. And then that leads in sort of a roundabout way to that little area where that little purple thing, or that little pink thing is. We're not going to waste any more time trying to figure it out. I think it's time to progress the plot. I think we've explored as much as we can and done as much as we can. Maybe we come back again later when we're a little bit more powerful and we do a little bit more. But for now, we're heading out of here. We're moving on our way. I'm gonna give a cursory glance to everything around here. See, does that look like a path back there? No, not really. That looks like some sort of miasmic ooze we don't really want to be involved with. I don't know how to get up there. It's gonna bother me that I don't know how to get up there. We're just gonna have to accept that we can't get up there right now. And that's okay. Sometimes in life, there's bridges you can't cross. And you just accept it. Are you sure there's no way to hop through all of this? I think at some point we do have to... Yeah, you know what? At some point you just have to accept it. You got to go up the light strand to the skies. Good time all around. Give it one last look from above. And then out you go. Alright, where is Eske? Tell me where is Eske, for I much desire to ride on him. Summon our big boy. We go dash to water, and then we will progress the plot.
Let us get wet.
Yeah, Eske, I agree with you. Let's get wet. What is this? Have we been here? No, we haven't. No, we keep talking about this, but we've not actually gone into it yet. Have we figured out how to get back there? Hold on a minute, everyone. We gotta try to get in there real quick. That's like the last final thing we need to go do. I'm trying to make sure that there's no stones unturned, right? Like, there's things we haven't done here. Like fights that we've not completed. See, here's another one of these rocks. That's why I'm thinking we've got to be able to get rid of them at some point. Because it just looks like it stands out and looks like something you'd be able to destroy. Let's go back here now, because I guess we just haven't yet. And we'll see what this is. Twilight Quarry. I think we got close to it last time. Am I a cat or a dog person? I like cats and dogs. I like them both quite a bit.
Useful.
Music record. That's all that it is. I'm glad that we went through all the effort. The only other place we've not, like, that we know how to get to that we've not gone to down here, it just said danger on it, and we didn't want to be bothered. And it's whatever this place was. We know how to get there. We don't know how to get to this place. Probably go through here first? I don't know. It's not like we have to do it all right now. We can come back here at any point. It's not like we're leaving in such a way that we cannot return in the future. So I say let's move on. Let's progress. I have quite a few cats at the moment, but I do also like dogs quite a bit. Have we talked to you? Have you bought all your stuff yet? I actually can't remember whether or not we've done business with you. We haven't. We had to find an expeditioner to buy that, but we can also buy this for Mael, which is fun. The Lumiere outfit. And then apparently there's one, or hold on, was there two more expeditioners? Go back in there? Yeah, there's two. There's at least one more, and this guy's got two outfits for them, so we gotta remember to come back here. I wish that we could put marks on the map, so we could remember to come back here, north of Eske's nest. Should we have a look at what we just got for Mael, though? I feel like yes. Yeah, it's cute. Again, this is just like a really cute outfit. We're gonna keep that on her. All right, Escape. Let's go. For real this time. Except for what's this? No, we know what this is. Nope, we've been there. Absolutely not. Carrying on. There's just big guys with bubbles all over them, all over the place. And they really want to fight. But it's not worth fighting them. They're very hard to kill. I mean, it might be worth fighting. They might have really cool stuff. We'll find out in the future. For now, I think that's where we're headed right there. We're getting closer. You can just kind of see the paintress up there. We could probably count the boats to determine how many expeditions made it this far and no further.
Everyone okay?
Assuming all expeditions were on a single boat. Previous expeditions might have had more people and been made up of several boats, now that I think about it.
I'm the fastest ball.
I don't think you can go back there. I'm sorry about that, SK. Gonna have to go on foot from here. Well, no, not really. We're gonna go on hover back here and grab this.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely. I had 2 dogs at one point. I had they were called Ben and Kylo. Loved them both dearly. Kylo passed away, and I'm still not sure why. Might have been a snake bite. I'm not sure. He was just fine one day and gone the next. And then Ben was a good boy. He was a mostly beagle, and I loved him dearly. But my nephew ended up getting a dog and needed somewhere to keep it for like a couple of weeks. So without even asking my permission, they just ditched it in my backyard with Ben. And this stupid dog, its name was Penny, and I hated it. After like a couple of days, dug a hole under the fence and just vanished, and Ben went with her. And I expected Ben to come back. But the thing with Ben was he was such a kind and friendly dog. If he made it like a mile in any direction and just met a person, no doubt they would have just taken him in. And I probably left Penny to be run over on the road because she was a menace. But I'm sure Ben is like alive and well out there. He's just someone else's dog now at this point. Forgotten battlefield. Let's queue up the next chapter of the story and see what awaits us. Bye, SK. Alright, they're all in swimwear. Makes it look like we swam here ourselves.
We'll get used to them. We're going to see a lot more.
If we hurry, we can cross before nightfall.
Wait. Could we bury Gustav?
I wish we could, but protocol is to keep moving. Gustav would understand.
We can look for a suitable place along the way, yeah? We'll find a nice spot.
Actually, there is a place. Past the quarry, out of sight of the painters. A tranquil haven, protected by magnificent trees. I think you'll approve.
It's kind of morbid to be carrying his arm around.
Lead the way.
He seems very brotherly towards her. I think there's some kind of weird family dynamic at play around here. I don't know exactly what it is, but I feel like Mael is some form of one way or the other, is like a manifestation of the paintress. Gustav was a manifestation of this guy, and they had that sort of brother-sister relationship. Maybe? I don't know. Gradient counter. Some enemies can cast gradient attacks. Gradient attacks are powerful and can only be defended with a gradient counter. Okay, gradient counters. Press RT to perform a gradient counter. Right trigger? That's different. Why do I need a different counter button? That's confusing.
Let the ink flow.
Yeah, let the ink flow indeed. Immolate him. Go ahead and heal yourself a little bit there, buddy. Did it clarify how and when we would recognize the type of attack and the type of like dodge or parry or block or whatever it was counter we needed to do?
One thing at a time.
Is there a way to tell? One hopes. I need to find a flag. We need to find a flag where we can rest up, because he took quite a beating back there. I'm wondering how much of this is explorable versus how much of this is a hallway, you know what I mean? Like, can we get aboard any of these ships? This doubles back. Is there a reason for it? Kind of seems like no. Is this Is this door here the entrance to the quarry? We are heading to a quarry, aren't we? Or did I make that up? What was the name of this place? I can't even remember. Yeah, like, this goes up here, but there's nothing back here. There's no reason for it, other than just, I guess, vibes. Sets up a certain type of energy. And thus combat gains another layer of complexity. Yeah, I'm not here for it, Halrondo. Quite honestly, not here for it. Liked the understanding we already had. I don't need gradient counters now. Too much. Too much.
These are all expeditions?
A single Nevron took out most of them.
Is it still around?
I've only seen it once. Many years ago, so most likely not.
That didn't sound super confident, though. What are those little glowing dots down there in the bottom corner? I know it shifts, like, to RGB. Alright, first strike. So we have the opportunity to knock one of these guys out before the fight even really gets going. Obviously, we're going to go on this guy. He looks bigger and more dangerous. That's why we're starting with him. Good opportunity to get our perfection up. Oh, man, he's almost dead. We might be able to just, like, do that and finish him off. What a waste. What an absolute waste. We should have done something else. We already, like, committed, though. Alright. He attacked us with a Nevron arm?
I'll do it.
Okay, relentless combo. I'm hitting the button. It ain't working. We have full stains, though. Can't do anything about it. No! No! I meant to heal yourself! Oh, cooked it. Just cooked it. Absolutely cooked it. All is well in the world. Well, marking him was a waste of time, was it not? Let's see if we can avoid having someone die right here, right now. That's when you do those, and you want to do the timing better. It's when the screen goes black. Okay, when it goes black and white and all the color gets stripped away. We're not going to res him. We're just going to burn this guy. Hope that he doesn't kill us.
Ready to parry.
If we go more than 20 minutes without combat, I no longer have the ability to perform combat. It leaves me.
Flames. On me. Parry it.
That's a shame, but we know that Mael can handle things on just fine by herself. And in fact, this will just finish the fight. We can double back to the flag if we want to, and just like recover, or we can use something in our inventory. On applying shell, its duration is increased by 2. That's kind of powerful. So this is the quarry, and this is what we'll be exploring next time. Till then, thank you folks for tuning in to the stream. Thank you to Arthur Freeman once again for keeping me company throughout most of it, and thank you to everyone else who joined in along the way. Halrondo right there at the end, I appreciate it. And I will see y'all on Saturday. Saturday morning will be the next stream. I don't think we're going to be doing any streams between then and now. And now that we've done a lot of the content behind us, just to kind of fill in the blanks, it's going to be pretty much completely story focused. We're going to be doing the story content. So I hope you folks will tune in for that one. And I will see y'all then. Goodbye. God bless.